YouTube, Twitch, hello, it's some more Pokemon action. I'm sorry it's been a while. I was away on holiday for a week. And then I've come back and honestly been the bit of the wars health-wise. And honestly, there were some other things I really wanted to make sure I had. Literally, when I got back from holiday, I had nothing in the hopper. No backlog of any series. Like, and for Peglin, and the Peglin folks on YouTube, they are rabid monsters when I'm not uploading Peglin. So I had to get some Peglin done for one of the streams. And I wanted to get some Slither Spire done. So, like, Pokemon was, like, the third on the list. So here I am doing some Pokemon. Just in case you need reminding, I'll tell you where we roughly are in the whole story. We beat the last gym, I think last time, and we now have to beat our rival because my rival is basically testing my strength. It's like, are you strong enough to beat the big bad association in this story, or are you a little big baby? And I just wanted to point out to my rival, you know, I've beat them at every step so far. They've done nothing. So, personally, I just let me go through. But anyway, he won't let me through. I need to beat the rival, and I couldn't beat him last time. Just to show you, like, the extent of what I need to do, because, again, it's been maybe a week since I've uploaded a Pokemon. Let me just show the documentation. Let me just go to my desktop capture for a second. And here's what we're dealing with. And by the way, this is the stats, in case you're wondering, on the very left box. Ignore the other two, because obviously the rival can have different Pokemon. Our problem is manyfold, actually, or at least I thought it was manyfold last time. Firstly, they lead with Mamoswine, and the Mamoswine is going to set up Stealth Rocks, and Stealth Rocks not very good when you can only use bug type Pokemon, because bugs, they take double damage from Stealth Rocks. It's a really annoying entry hazard. Normally my way to like get around this is either just kill the Pokemon before it can set up the Stealth Rocks, which is hard to do with Mamoswine because it has Focus Sash, and actually has Thick Fat as well, so any like fiery bugs, they don't do as much damage to the Mamoswine as they otherwise would do. And then the second reason is it's just a pretty big, bulky boy. And it's a relatively quick Mamoswine. Not the fastest Pokemon, but like reasonably quick. So normally what I would do there is, or if I couldn't kill it, is just bounce it back onto them. But that leads to some other problems, because the party of my rival is actually so anti-bug, it's kind of crazy. Talonflame is the next big issue. Talonflame is unbelievably quick as Pokemon Go, and it has maximum speed stats. Well, near maximum actually. Nature's not quite in speed, but it's like unbelievably quick. It's Choice Banded, so it gets like a 30% damage buff, I believe, for Choice Band, and it hits like a actual freight train. And what's even worse is, fire types into bugs, not a great thing for me, right? Normally, when I want to have a defensive bug Pokemon, I just pick a bug steel type because its only weakness is fire. But obviously, against Talonflame, I can't do that because it takes 4 times damage from fire. It's like its one weakness. So, like, a lot of my defensive options are not great into Talonflame. Even worse than that is that it has 2 different moves which are both super effective into my bugs: Flare Blitz and Brave Bird. So it's like I have to call which one of those goes first. And even worse than this still, if it Brave Birds, Talonflame has Gale Wings, and in case you don't know what the ability Gale Wings is, it gives any flying type move priority. So even if I outsped it with one of my bugs, which would be really hard because Talonflame is actually unbelievably quick, I couldn't out-priority it, so it basically is the fastest thing, you know, that is possible right now for me. Not quite true, you can actually have some ways to outspeed it, but like, it's really hard to outspeed it. Tertiary problem. Mega Tyranitar, my rival's like ace Pokemon, it's a rock type. My bugs do not love rock types as well, so that's pretty bad as well. I will say on the counter that I did start with a Heracross. Heracross being a fighting type, and fighting type moves are 4 times effective into Mega Tyranitar, which is pretty good, so it's not the worst, you know, situation. And then probably finally for like the truly like really bad things is Rotom Fan is an electric flying type, and again, flying types pretty good into the bug types. A lot of bugs are also bug flying, which take 4 times damage to rock, and also take times 2 damage from electric, so like, all in all, pretty brutal series of like Pokemon for my rival to do. And actually, even worse than all of this is, I think 3 of them have set up moves as well. So like, if I leave Rotom Fan on the board for some time, it can nasty plot and can raise its special attack, and basically just go through one-shotting my Pokemon. If I leave Haxorus on the board, it can Dragon Dance, which raises its speed and attack, and basically just one-shot all my Pokemon. And then finally, Mega Tyranitar, not, you know, get missed off the list, has Dragon Dance as well, and it can raise its speed and attack, and just go through one-shotting all my Pokemon. So, stuff is, like, against me right now, let's put it that way. Like, it doesn't look good for me. However, I will say, I did immediately come up with a solution to this before I went on holiday even, but I didn't quite have the full picture of the story at the time. Not too long after our last stream, or like the last episode, I came to a realization that the actual best lead is not Orbital or anyone with the magic coat, mirror coat. I can't remember which one. It's magic coat, right? That bounces down back status moves. Normally I would use magic coat to bounce back stealth rocks, but I always had that issue then. If I did that, all they would do is swap into Talonflame, and Talonflame just one-shots every bug basically, with like one exception. The one exception is Shuckle, and even then Shuckle doesn't have a great matchup into the Talonflame. Like, it will kill it before it kills it. So I didn't really want to give my opponent like the tempo even for the stealth rocks, which actually is good into Talonflame, by the way. Talonflame 4 times weak to stealth rocks, but it just wasn't quite worth it. However, I realized there was one really, really good Pokemon to lead here, and I said before, like, if I can't bounce it back, or if I can't interrupt it in any way, shape, or form, just kill the user before they can kill me. And there is but one bug Pokemon that can do this, and that bug is Heracross. Heracross can threaten lethal through Focus Sash, because the Heracrosses that I've built all have multi-hit moves. And very nicely, Mamoswine is weak to Grass-type moves, I believe, which means I can kill it through the Focus Sash. And what's even better than this is, because the game kind of cheats, I think, it recognizes, like, okay, this thing can probably just kill me, so I don't want to be in. I kind of predicted at the time that what my opponent is going to do is not leave the Mamoswine in. It's going to swap into something that can kill the Heracross. And what is the prime Pokemon that could kill the Heracross for my opponent? A Flying-type Pokemon. What is the Flying-type Pokemon they're probably going to pick? It's Talonflame. So my theory was that I could bait the game to switching from Mamoswine into Talonflame or Rotom, but I wanted Talonflame. And I'm going to predict the swap. And what is nice about Heracross is not only does it have a multi-hitting grass move, it has a multi-hitting rock move, and Talonflame does not like to get hit by rocks. So I basically get a tempo advantage on turn 1 by leading with Heracross and predicting a swap to Talonflame. I'm just killing the Talonflame. The other really neat thing about how I've got my Heracross built, and by the way, I have got 2 Heracrosses, which I'll talk about in a minute, but how I've got Olympus Mons right now is that it is the fastest Heracross, well, nearly the fastest Heracross. In fact, no, this is the fastest Heracross you can possibly have. And what's really cool about this, actually, and again, like, why it was like, Heracross has to be in this party, and I think even before we had Heracross in the party, when I was, like, trying to beat it without, like, troubleshooting it, Heracross can outspeed Mega Tyranitar in one stage of Dragon Dance. It's faster than that Pokemon. So basically, Heracross can deal with Mamoswine, because it's faster than Mamoswine. It can deal with kind of to some degree Rotom or Talonflame, whatever switches in. It will be Talonflame, hopefully. And also it can deal with Tyranitar, so it's a great Pokemon to have into this battle. When I worked through, the chronological order of all of this, the next Pokemon I was thinking about is the Haxorus, because Heracross can't really deal with the Haxorus particularly well. That's when I realized that Haxorus has got a big, big weakness. Its big damaging Dragon-type move is Outrage, and once you push the Outrage button, you're locked into it until it fails by some means. And what's really nice about this is it gives me one super, super, super safe swap, and that safe swap is Rabombe, my bug Fairy-type Pokemon, which basically, if my opponent starts outraging, I can just go into Rabombe. It won't do any damage because Fairy's immune to Dragon, and it itself can one-shot it back. Actually, there was another stage of this, which I will put as like a shout-out right now to Illumise. That was nearly in my final version of this, and actually, it's kind of the thing that really caught me up eventually, that I was trying to fit this Illumise strategy into my build. Because theoretically, if I had Illumise and I Tailglowed and Battle Passed the Tailglow to Glenn, then Glenn can one-shot every Pokemon in my opponent's party, and he's faster than all of them, with the exception of 2. One of them is the Talonflame, which I can deal with. The other one is Tyranitar, which is very unfortunate because the reason I can't one-shot it is actually because of Sandstream, the ability of Mega Tyranitar that puts up a Sandstorm. And in case you don't know what Sandstorm does, it does like chip damage every turn if you're not a Rock, Steel, or Ground type, I think it is. And also, it reduces damage from special attacks by half. So actually, most of my problems were like, I recognize that Heracross and Rabombe are really good here, and I just need to position them appropriately to keep the tempo on my side. And I was trying to get Illumise to do a Tail Glow stuff, but it was just so hard to get the Tail Glow off and Baton Pass without Rabombe just exploding. I couldn't simply do it. And actually, just to let you know as well, off camera, I farmed for another life up because the Heracross needs the life up to get some of these one-shots, and so did the Ribombay as well. I think to kill the Haxorus in one, guaranteed, without there being a damage roll, I needed life up as well, so they both have a life up. So I found another one off camera in case you're wondering where it came from. Okay, so this is like the Haxorus, this is the Tyranitar, this is the Talonflame all dealt with. So I need to now deal with the other 3 Pokemon. The first thing that came to mind was, how do I kill this Rotom? Like, theoretically, if I could get the Ribombay, like, super jacked, it can just kill it. It's faster than Rotom Fan, but it's not really realistic, to be honest with you. So this is when I started, like, you know, slotting into some other pieces of the puzzle that can maybe let me move these 2 Pokemon around the other ones that get switched in. And I came to the conclusion Escavalier needs to be in the party. Escavalier can hold the item Assault Vest, which reduces damage it takes from special moves by half, as long as you only have damaging moves. And my Escavalier has only damaging moves. By the way, in case you're wondering, I've taught this thing now Close Combat, because Close Combat will also one-shot Mega Tyranitar, so it's another option in case I lose the Heracross for some reason. It won't happen because I've actually got a backup Heracross, as I'll talk about in a minute. So that's why Close Combat is there. And other than that, it really is just here to soak up a bit of aggro from the Rotom Fan. It actually won't kill Rotom Fan, by the way. It will always lose to it because it will Nasty Plot in its face. But at the very least, it can lower its health enough that then Ribombay can come in and finish it off at its leisure, basically. So yeah, that's kind of why this guy's here. He's here just to swap into him. He can take a few hits from the Rotom Fan and then lower him down enough that Glenn can pick up the kill. Similarly, Cliff is basically here just to give me some positioning. Part of my thought of this was as well, in case they do something really weird with the Talonflame, Shuckle's pretty good into Talonflame. Like, it resists the fire damage, at least it's neutral, not super effective. It's not super effective from the flying damage. It holds Rocky Helmet, so they're taking damage from the recoil of the moves they're doing, and also taking the Rocky Helmet damage. And what's even worse for my opponent is that it can eventually Toxic them. It can rest as well to get even more Rocky Helmet value. And I've retaught it his moves Sleep Talk and Power Split so that it can just be there as a really annoying wall for any physical attacker. And actually, the Pokemon we're fighting against really are all just physical attackers, with the exception of Rotom Fan and Vaporeon. And I'm not that scared of the Vaporeon, I'm going to be like complete level with you. Actually, I say I'm not super scared of the Vaporeon. When I was trying to set up this Tail Glow strategy as well, I had to be a bit careful with the Vaporeon because it had Haze, which again was like more of a reason to move away from any Tail Glow strats. The final 2 Pokemon, I'll talk about the Heracross first. Basically, I have solutions for all the Pokemon now. It's just about positioning and can I get enough value from the Pokemon I have to finish off the battle. And in a bit of testing which I did, I often found that I ended up going up against the Mamoswine at the very end. And by this point, this Mamoswine has a priority move, in case you weren't aware of. My Heracross was normally too low health to live through a priority move, so I had to get like another spare Pokemon to kill the Mamoswine. And after like thinking about it for quite some time, I basically came to the conclusion that the best thing to deal with the Mamoswine was another Heracross. I tried to come up with like some nice ways, because I don't love duplicating Pokemon. It is a hard enough challenge that I will do it, but I was trying to think of a better way of doing it, but there's so few bugs that learn multi-hitting moves, especially multi-hitting like grass moves, and you know, don't just get one-shot by the Mamoswine, or are, you know, too slow to act before that happens. I just gave up. I put the Heracross in, its guts, its burn, all that jazz. This Heracross isn't quite the same because I think this one has King's Rock instead, so it's going for flinch chances. This is the flinch Heracross. Also, it has max attack, not max speed, because I don't need the speed if I've already killed Tyranitar with the other Heracross. So I probably should be safe and actually go for Jolly. Hopefully this will all be fine though. That's my prediction. I basically want to just have this Pokemon kill the Mamoswine. That's like what it's here for. You might be asking at this point, what do you do with the Vaporeon? Well, you wave your hands a little bit. I'm hoping this Heracross as well could deal with the Vaporeon. There's also a very illegal strategy with the Vaporeon, which actually brings me back to Ribombay again. Ribombay can actually super hard wall this Vaporeon. Actually, could hard wall even more if I could be like bothered to get off my ass to actually like teach this Pokemon the move that I need to teach it to like truly hard wall the Vaporeon. This Vaporeon, if I showed you the screen again, which I'm not going to do it because it takes too many button presses, but it only has one damaging move. The one damaging move is Scald, which is a water type move. Then, Vaporeon itself has an ability called Water Absorb, so if you hit it with a water type move, it slurps that water type move up, and it doesn't take any damage and actually heals from it. Actually, the Rotom also has something similar, but for electric type moves, so I had to be very careful using water or electric moves in this battle. Otherwise, they're going to swap into one of these Pokemon and just like slurp up that goodness. Now, this is where things get a bit tricksy, though, because the other two moves of Vaporeon, I think it's Haze and Wish. It's like meant to be as like a stall or like a healing type Pokemon for singles. What I can do with this Pokemon, though, is it has a very special move called Skill Swap. And what Skill Swap does on Ribombay is it swaps your ability with your opponent. And if Ribombay does this in front of Vaporeon, Vaporeon can no longer do damage to Ribombay, which is phenomenally troll. Now, you might be saying, like, how do you actually lose this? And if it can't do damage to you, like, how do you die? Well, this is like the small issue I've got, is I've got Life Orb on this thing, so it actually takes damage, because the Vaporeon fully will stop actually, you know, trying to heal me. It will just stall out the turns and hope the Life Orb kills me. And actually, now that I think about it, Vaporeon's got Protect as well, so it can stall the time out quite considerably. What I should really teach this thing is, because I don't think I ever need to push Bug Buzz, I should really teach it just Draining Kiss, so that it can heal back up when it hits the Vaporeon, and that basically leads me to another win condition. So again, when I came back with this original strategy of set up a Super Ribombay just to sweep through all of them, that was part of my other idea, that if I could get this in front of Vaporeon, just lock in front of Vaporeon, it can't do anything to this, so I can just Quiver Dance, which again is a buffing move that buffs my special attack, speed, and special defense. It can't do anything to me, like, it literally can't do anything, it can't play the game, so we're hopefully going to set up that interaction at some point. The final Pokemon you might want to be talking about right now is Araquanid. Araquanid, I'm sorry, buddy. There's no real smart reason why you're here. Actually, there is one smart reason. And this is kind of the other reason why this took me a bit longer to set up than I would have liked to admit it. I came up with a 6 party, and Araquanid was not in it. I actually can't remember who was in the party now, but it was something else. And I got to the water before here and went, I have a problem. I need a Pokemon that can do both Surf and Waterfall to fight this fight. So it basically meant I had to put either Glossopod in the party or Araquanid. They were my only 2 options. So I chose Araquanid purely because there is a very, very, very small chance that the Tyranitar, because this thing's actually going to go into Tyranitar in case you're wondering, and basically just die. He's going to put his life on the line for the Tyranitar to give me a safe swap. There's a chance Tyranitar misses because I think it uses Stone Edge, which is like 80 accurate. There's also a small chance that it lives through all of this, like with damage rolls. I'm also giving it a Charty Bird so it could live through a Rock type move. But if it lives through all of this, there's a small chance it gets Reflect Off, and getting Reflect Off is really powerful for this battle. Also, in case something like Bizarre happens, I was thinking because the Ribombay might be able to sweep through the opponent party, I might want to turn the weather off, or just turn it into something else. So I gave this thing Rain Dance, but to be honest with you, the terrain doesn't last long enough for Mega Tyranitar. It's like 4 or 5 turns for weather, and I can actually stall it out in better ways with the Escavalier, so the Rain Dance is basically pointless. All the other moves in this Pokemon is pointless. It's here to die. Anyway, I think I've given enough of a spiel about all of this. I'll just quickly scroll through these like one final time, just so you can see all the items on this. And then all the movesets on these. I think the Heracrosses are basically the same, if not the same. Either way, it doesn't really matter on Olympus. You basically just need Bullet Seed. We've seen Ocean, we've seen Glen as well. Everglade, Olympus Mons, and then Cliff, back to the beginning. So I just got to ask, how confident am I to win this? Yesterday, if you'd asked me this and if I'd done this yesterday, I'd be extremely confident because I was basically certain I could like outmaneuver them at all points. Now, a day has gone by. I'm probably going to make a misplay, but we should be able to win this. I don't even think it's like, well, there's some small rolls in there. Like, some of my moves aren't 100% accurate. I could miss a move, and that basically spells certain death. There are some crits that could happen as well, which would cause me to lose, so I think the odds are in my favor. But don't be surprised if I lose. Also, the opponent could do something really bizarre. If they don't swap into Talonflame, it makes my life considerably harder. So anyway, I'm going to predict the swap immediately that Mamoswine will not stay in, because it recognizes that I could just one-shot it with Bullet Seed, which, by the way, isn't quite true, because I think I need to hit Bullet Seed 3 times as well. So it isn't quite 100, but it's like odds are in my favor. So this thing is going to go to a Flying-type Pokemon to kill my Heracross, and I take 4 times damage to Flying. Goodbye, Mamoswine. And this is such a big play for me because it deals with the Talonflame, which is by far and away the scariest Pokemon to me. It just destroys everything. Like, was that even just one hit? Yeah, Talonflame does not like getting hit by rocks. So that's the Talonflame dealt with. Moreover, Stealth Rocks didn't go up, so I'm not taking chip damage when I try to reposition. It's so sweet for me. Now we go into Haxorus. This is where things get a bit hand-wavy of like what is the actual best play here. Haxorus might recognize right now that it has lethal on me. Like if it just does one outrage, I die. So I could just swap straight to Rabombe, because it's Rabombe that I want to get into here. But what I'm probably going to just do instead is I'm going to swap into Cliff. If Haxorus sets up a Dragon Dance, then I just need to wait till it outrages to then switch into Rabombe. So that's fine. It does outrage. It does half my health. It takes the chip damage, which is actually not insignificant. And I now know he's going to outrage again next turn because he's locked into it. So now I've got a free swap into Glenn. I actually think as well that Dazzling Gleam roll, it's Moon Blast I've got, sorry, missing. I think it's actually a damage roll, this Moon Blast, without the chip damage. It's like, it is really my favorite. It's like 99% certain I get the kill, but it's better to be 100. Anyway, they won't swap right now because I think I've got lethal on most of their Pokemon. And actually, more to the point of this Haxorus, if you go back to his moveset, I think it learns Crunch, Earthquake, and Outrage to its 3 damaging moves, none of which, well, one of them immune to it, but the other 2 are not effective either. So, like, Glenn, even though he's the most fragile bug of all time, kind of just walls the Haxorus. Okay, we go back into Mamoswine. So this is actually this is where things get a bit spooky. It can do multiple things at this point. The idea would have gone into Tyranitar, but it hasn't. This means that he's probably going to get Stealth Rocks up. I can't really deal with this, but at this point, I've got so much tempo on my side, I don't even mind too much. There's a few lines we could take here as well. I could go straight to the Heracross, which I'm not going to do. I could try and go into Araquanid, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into Cliff. Cliff is going to take whatever the hit is against it. And I'll reposition when I'll try and reposition in such a way that I know I'm not going to take damage on the swap. It did do Stealth Rocks, but it could have done like Earthquake. It could have done some sort of like horrible ice move. And I need to make sure I've got enough health for my Heracrosses and my Rabombes to win this. Otherwise, Mamoswine uses a priority move and just kills me. Anyway, I'm just going to just stay alive, I think, is the plan for now. So I'm going to just instantly rest. Okay, they swapped. That's fine. It's not great because I've had this issue before in the previous gym battle, that it's not great to have Cliff asleep on a switch. It's basically a free switch for my opponent. However, as I said, this is what Araquanid's here for. Araquanid is going to come in. Oh, and by the way, the Araquanid has actually got some other uses into the Tyranitar. It's going to Dragon Dance, but it's going to kill the Araquanid rather than set up multiple times, because Araquanid can actually threaten the Tyranitar as well. So I'm going to predict now it's going to go for a Dragon Dance. Oh, by the way, the Stealth Rock thing as well probably means Araquanid doesn't live through anything anymore. So Araquanid is literally purely here to die at this point. There's almost no way he lives. The only way he lives now is a miss. Even with the Charty Berry, he dies. And actually, I don't think he'll even Charty Berry. I think at this point he can kill me with Crunch. So I'll push Reflect, but I think Araquanid is goodbye. But as I said, this is fine. This is all it was here for. It was to give me positioning on my Heracross. Because now my Olympus Mons Heracross, even with 1 Dragon Stance, which gives it 1 stage of speed, is slightly faster than Mega Tyranitar. So, it gets Super Turbo Dicked on by Brick Break, which by the way is also a physical move, which means it's not affected by the Sandstream damage reduction. And then going back to what I said before, like any Pokemon they swap into with my Heracross is almost a bad swap if I can predict it in some way. So they have to just stay in, they don't have a safe switch. And at this point now we've not won the game, but like we're pretty close to winning the game. 3 Pokemon left. Rotom has to kill me. It can't set up on me because I'll kill it. I'm actually just going to take the L here and die. That's fine. Alternatively, I could have swapped into Escavalier immediately, but you have to bear in mind, I would have taken the rock damage when I put Heracross back in again, which is why Stealth Rocks are so scary to me. It just means I can't position quite as freely. Just delaying the Stealth Rocks going up by like 3 or 4 turns just changes this battle dramatically. Anyway, this Pokemon is like the one few Pokemon that doesn't take super effective damage from Stealth Rocks. It's going to take reduced damage from Rotom. Rotom is going to set up onto this. The best moveset that I've got into Rotom is Knockoff. And as I said, Escavalier will lose this matchup, but it'll do enough work for me to get the kill onto Rotom. By the way, it was wearing heavy boots as well, so if I set up Stealth Rocks, it actually doesn't affect the Rotom anyway. So, it wasn't worth me bouncing Stealth Rocks back onto them. So yeah, this won't kill. Unless I crit, it won't kill. That's fine. So we leave it in red health. We will die here, but Escavalier's done its job. And now, you might be asking, why did I save the Rabombe? It's for this situation. Rabombe, in case you're not aware, is an unbelievably quick Pokemon. And it can outspeed Rotom, so they either have to swap or take the hit. And basically, swapping is also, like, doomed for them, so... They are forced to die. Now, what I really want to see here is Vaporeon. Show me Vaporeon, because I want to troll the Vaporeon a bit. Show me Vaporeon. Yes! It's time to troll the Vaporeon. As I said, Vaporeon has one damaging move. It's a Water-type move. Its ability sucks up the Water-type moves like a little straw. And I'm going to steal the ability and give them... Actually, I shouldn't really give them my ability. I should have got a Rabombe with a worse ability. Because this comes with, like... I can't remember what it's called now. The Honey Gatherer ability, which does nothing in battles. I really should have trained Rabombe for that, but it doesn't really matter. My shield dust effect, basically negligible anyway. It's not quite true. It actually does matter a bit, but very minor. Anyway, we're going to do skill swap. Your ability is now mine. I have Water Absorb. He's going to fire some water at me. Whoopsie daisy, you've just healed me. And now we can just Quiver Dance until we get to +6. It can't do anything to me. And I don't take damage, by the way, while I Quiver Dance, so... again, we should have really... I should have taught it Draining Kiss just to make sure, like, it is unlosable at this point, but... I didn't... It should still be unlosable, I think. I mean, with the amount of Pokemon I've got left, it's over. I just realized as well the other reason why I want to do this, because it's going to haze me. Okay, I'm stupid. It's fine. I'll do it one more time because I think it's going to protect, and I'll just go off on it. Okay. I realized that it had haze again, and this wouldn't actually fully work. It doesn't matter. I've still got lethal, like, with my team. But it's not quite as clean as it could be. +6 is max, yeah. Anyway. Still decent damage. It hazes me. But I'm going to predict now it's going to protect again. So I can just do the same thing. It is going to heal with leftovers, so... But I think +1, yeah, okay. I think +1, even with the leftovers restore, will, like, kill it. And basically, for it to beat me now, it has to roll a double protect, which I don't think the AI will do. Alright, we pick up the kill with Rabombe. Very nice. Rabombe, I think our job is now done, to be honest with you. It's just Mamoswine left, and I think Mamoswine will kill it, because as I said, Rabombe, very fast, reasonable special attack, no defense whatsoever. So I actually think from here, it will die to a priority 40 base power ice move. And this thing, as I said, has a sash, so it's going to live through this. Okay, went for Earthquake, which is interesting, because I don't think that's effective into me. Yeah. Still, it's Rabombe. It falls over. And this is why I had the Heracross. But when I did, like, my very original testing, which I still could win with the party with a Lumise in it, I sometimes got this situation where a Lumise had no damaging moves, and, like, I was just staring at a Mamoswine with 1 health, and I was like, I really should just put a fucking another Heracross in it to win this battle. Mamoswine can't do anything about this. I guess, I was going to say, theoretically, I could just miss every attack, but I'll just break. It's 100% accurate. I charge the priority move. This won't kill me. And with a shuttle in the back pocket, we win. Oh, yeah, it acts as my nurse, the protagonist. That's right. Oh, and it can use Surf and Rock Climb, okay. Can I learn use Surf and Rock Climb as well, please? Because I don't have my Rock Climb Pokemon with me, which is slightly awkward. I'll actually just, like, scout this out and see how this works. There is some other stuff I would like to do. Can you... Yeah, I just need to head back to town. Yeah. Good. There's something else I want to do, ideally, before I do this. There's one... Well, I say one. There's two quests I actually forgot about last time that I would have liked to start up on, at least. So let's do that first before I save the world. Toxicroak, now's not the time, buddy. Right. I need to grab... a Pokemon that can learn the move Fly, please. Where is Low Pressure? I will use you. And I'll put Olympus back in the box. I think for fun, let's bring Glossopod instead of Araquanid. I think it's just a more interesting Pokemon. I should really take the Charty Berry off this Pokemon as well, since I don't want to lose it. Then... let's leave Bombay behind as well. I'll bring... Onsen? Are you the one I think you are? You are the one I think you are. Wait, I won't bring Onsen, I just remembered something else. There's a quest I can complete while I'm in the sewer, but I need a specific Pokemon. It's actually Ribombay, but like a bad Ribombay. Not the best Ribombay, let's put it that way. I can't remember what the difference between all of you guys are. I think it's like the spread of the Ivies. Okay, you're not a great one, but you're not the worst one. I'll bring Meadow. I need to show someone a move that you learned specifically, so that's what we're going to do right now. And we're going to try and do another quest. We'll just make do with this. And I'll just give you some temporary items. You can hold on to... not Weakness Policy, because I'll lose that stuff. I'll just give you Miracle Water. Mystic Water, sorry. Actually, one of the things I got trolled on a little bit is I think as this Pokemon Glossopod, maybe it's not Glossopod, one of the Pokemon learns as an egg move in this game specifically, Accelerock, which would have been quite nice in that battle just to give me another way to kill the Talonflame, because it literally would have one-shot Talonflame. But it's an egg move, and I can't get the egg move on the Pokemon, basically. So I assume there's a way to like cheat egg moves into your Pokemon via probably beating the game. But there was actually no way for me to right now breed it onto this Pokemon. Actually, I think there's like no way, full stop, to breed it onto the Pokemon legitimately. So I don't know what I meant to do with that information. But it just was the case. I want you to have Lax Incense, right? Because you're the troll Pokemon. Meadow, I need you to learn an actual move. And I'll give you Expert Belt temporarily. You know what? Let's not be lazy about this. Let me actually grab the item you should have. You might as well hold Life Orb. There's like... you're so fragile, you'll die in one hit anyway. And actually, I'm going to take yours off you as well. And I'll give you King's Rock. Because I find it more amusing, this strategy. Not as good, but it's amusing. Okay, the first thing I need to do... well, actually, there's a few things I need to do. I need to check I am right with what I'm trying to do here. But I need to reteach you a move. I'm pretty sure it's this. You know what? We won't check it. If I fuck up, we fuck up. And I will remove... Funnily enough, after saying I need a Drain Kiss, I will remove Drain Kiss off you. Okay. And now we're going to fly back to my favorite city in the game. Because if you remember last time, I said I couldn't finish the sewer quest until I got Waterfall. I now have Waterfall, so I can actually finish the sewer quest off. And there's someone else in the sewer that I'm pretty certain wants me to use the ability Sweet Scent to make it smell better. I guess is the logic. So I want to do that. And the only reason I know this quest exists is not because my memory is phenomenal, but because I was trying to... Or, at some point I considered putting defog on a Pokemon just to get rid of the Stealth Rocks. And this is how you get it. And then I came to the conclusion I wasn't going to do it, so it didn't matter. But since I'd seen the intel and I wanted to come down here anyway, I thought, why not go and grab it? If we're here anyway, let's just do it. And again, we're going to get lost in this place because I have virtually no memory of how to, like, navigate this place. I think we're going to be in this corner, right? Is it here? Is this the one I got stuck on last time? Please. Also, I guess I should do this. I wish it was automatic. But it requires a level of coding I'm simply not capable of. Shuckle's still in the party, right? I put in Yanmega. Yanmega, get in your lane, buddy. I can't grab it, there's a box over it. This is so annoying. There we go. Just OBS-related issues. Anyway, we couldn't get down this pipe before, but now we have Waterfall, so we can go down the pipe. And I think the socks and all this jazz are in here. Dude, leftovers, nice. That costs quite a lot in the old casino, so I'm glad I don't need to do that again. I say that, we maybe will do. Maybe at some point I need 6 leftovers, who knows. And by the way, Sludge Bomb also a really useful TM to have. Very good poison move. Okay. This is the guy, I think, who wants me to do Sweet Scent. Oh, do I have to battle him? Oh no, I just got into a random battle with the guy, I guess. Okay, sure. Oh no, it is with me. Well, I didn't expect a double battle, to be honest with you, but hey-ho. Shouldn't be too bad. Actually, if anything, this is the perfect lead. We can just Brick Break the Raticate, and we can Drill Run them up. They are 13 levels lower than me as well, so I probably shouldn't give them any respect. I actually completely forgot as well, that last battle, the other really difficult thing was they were so much more over-leveled than I was. The Mega Tyranitar was level 65, by the way. The Cap is level 61 for me, so they had Pokemon that were like at least 2 levels above me, I think, across the board. And I think one was 64 and one was 65. Like, it was really brutal. Please. Right, again, do we use Defog at any time during this playthrough now? I'm not sure. Maybe. I'd rather have it. And again, if we're going to do all the quests, I do need it, strictly speaking. Alright, how do I get out of the water here? Sorry. What have I done? Or what have I not done? Oh, maybe this is... Hang on a sec. Did I actually fuck up the first dive? That'd be really funny. I always get lost in these goddamn sewers. There might be another way into that area. I can't quite remember, though. Or I missed something, like, really obvious. I might have to go down there instead. Actually, before I do this, let me just quickly check one last time. Because the socks are definitely down here. That can't get to the other area. That's locked. 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 I say locked, it's just a dead end. Then I can't get off here, right, without stairs. Just checking again. There's no stairs. That's kind of a stair. Okay, I think we need to come in, yeah, on that pipe in the middle. And I think I know how to get there. Which actually, now that I think about it, means I could have done sock quest. I'm done. So I think the way I need to go is I think I need to go into my headquarters and go through the sewers that way. If memory serves. Right? It's like a door here or something. There it is. Oh my god. Wait, I am in the right area. Never mind. I was going to say, have I missed it again? I'd be a little upset if I'd done that. How did I miss this before? This obvious door. Anyway, we're in the area now where I think the socks are kept. Alright, Lucky Lead again. Steel type, we're using our fighting type Pokemon. I should really burn this thing again. Honestly, I should have just given it the Flame Orb. Still should do decent damage. I'm just going to say that thing had Sturdy. I don't think it actually gets Sturdy, but we'll just say it has Sturdy. So this is the optimal play anyway. Huge damage. And your other Pokemon is... Electros. A Pokemon that has no weaknesses. And to balance it out, it has no stats either. Well, I say no. That's a bit too harsh. It has, like, fairly mediocre stats. Oh, Pid Missile. King's Rock, Flint Strats. Beautiful. God, I love when a plan comes together. Actually, I say the beautiful strats. I'm probably going to move away from it from this Heracross, and I'll give the other Heracross that strategy. Because the other Heracross, I think... No, is this the faster one? Whichever one's the faster one, I'll do that on. Is it you that's the faster one? You are the faster one. Okay, I'll use it on you, so it's fine. But my other one, I've got some other grand plans for. Where's this secret hidden item? It's in the middle somewhere. How does one get here? Oh, wait, I know how to get there. Never mind. It's fine. I can't do it just yet, but I can in a moment. Where are these stinky socks? Are you the stinky socks? No, you're a poison barb. I've already got one of those back at home. Are you the stinky socks? The stinky socks. Alright, I'll check if there's anything else in here, but I think we've got everything that at least in my brain was like we should get it while we're in the sewers. Okay, we've done everything. Alright, that's the final quest I was asked to do as the big boss of my gang. And this opens up the final quest, which leads us to another boss battle, which is optional, but obviously on. All quests is not optional. Nothing is optional. I was going to say, just before I complete it, wait, I should actually do it first. I want to change my party again. Who's the sock guy, by the way? Is it you? I can't remember. This was like a month and a half ago for me in real time. Where's the sock guy? Okay, I guess he's downstairs. Are you the sock guy? Are you the sock guy? Yes, you're the sock guy. Don't worry, I've got a lovely smelling ability for those things. Oh, you give me black sludge, right? Yeah. I've already got one of these anyway. Whatever. Still a completion on the quest, so I had to do it. And now this opens this quest. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. Let me get a real party of Pokemon together and we'll try and do it. And by that I mean, I'm not bringing this Rabombe, because this Rabombe is not very good. I do need to remember you got that item, though. That I do want. Also, I'm sorry, low pressure. You're not for this battle either. Right. Oh, I say that. Maybe you are for this battle. We'll see. I don't remember this battle at all. Also, I've never done it on insane difficulty, so, you know, it's going to be something completely different to what I was expecting. I think at this point, the Heracross Escavalier Shucklecore is like locked in. It's just too good. I'm somewhat tempted to grab you as well. You know what, Canyon? I'll do it. And I'll give you Weakness Policy, which is the item you burnt in that one battle, and I basically didn't get any good value from it. So I'm going to believe in you. And I guess I'll bring Onsen. It's a little bit sketchy. Actually, this is a really sketchy structure I'm doing. Hang on a minute. Let me think about this a bit more like thoroughly, because I've literally only got physical attackers. And a defensive Pokemon. Hang on a minute. Sorry, Canyon. Maybe next time. What if I bring... What if I bring... Not Onsen. What if I bring my special attacking guy instead? And try and set up. I'm also not sure I need... I probably should bring a water... Oh, no, wait, are you a water type? You are a water type, right? You are. You know what, you crazy son of a gun? I'm actually going to do something similar to what I did before. I'm going to bring Rabombe, I think. If it worked for the rival battle, sure, it'll work again now. And I say it worked for the rival battle. It literally didn't work for the rival battle, which is why I didn't bring Illumise, but... You know. And I don't know what the lead is. I guess I'll leave you the Cobra Berry. I actually didn't know you had it. I could leave... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's leave Shuckle behind. I like Shuckle, but... Let's try something slightly different. I could also try and bring a Frostmoth with me, which is, like, something I've never said before in my life. But I could get Tailwind from you as well. No, I'd have to lead with this, which is really awkward. If it's a bunch of special attackers, though, Frostmoth would actually be pretty good. It's like the special version of Shuckle. Alright, get in the party. I'll leave Shuckle behind, and we'll go with something like this. So it's a bit more interesting this way. And I think if we go for something defensive, we'll just swap into a Scavalier. Okay, there's a few things that I still need to do. Firstly, I need to give you your item. Which, as I said, I'll give you weakness policy, and hopefully you can sweep from there. Honestly, I kind of regret what I did to this Pokemon. I kind of came up with like a meme strategy for it, but I think it's too much of a meme to actually ever work. I'll use rare candies to get you up to 61 as well. I have a few. Also, off camera, I've been doing some raid battles for items and various other things. To be honest with you, there are some items I want. Like, I want to get another eject pack since I burnt mine. You get gems from it as well, which are actually quite useful. So, there's many reasons for me to be doing this. Okay, the other thing I need to quickly do is I need to put Flame Orb on you. And then I need to quickly trigger it. So let me just get into a random battle, which I can do. I guess I can do it via fishing for a change of pace. What things in the waters around the sewers? Oh, okay. Honestly, based on looks alone, it tracks. I'll allow it. Okay, can I not kill this, by the way? That's the other thing I need to try and do right now. Miss, please. Okay, I'm stupid. Hang on a minute. I need the battle to go for more than one turn. Are you stupid? I'm telling myself this. Do I have an escape rope? Please tell me I have an escape rope. Otherwise, I've just trolled myself to like an unbelievable level. I'm actually just trolling myself right now. Man, I wish, and maybe it is a mechanic in the game that I've just not unlocked yet. I wish I could burn my Pokemon at the gym. At the gym, not at the gym, the Pokemon Center. I have 10. I just need a Pokemon that is slightly above level, please. Do I have a, do I have the Ultra Rod, or whatever it's called, the Super Duper Mega Rod? I do. That might be better. I could also just teach it a move that is not damaging, and like reteach it one of the moves that it also already knows. This is fine. I can waste a turn versus Gyarados. That's perfect. We'll go with Pin Missile, sure. It shouldn't kill, right? Yeah, that won't kill. It just hit Raw Hurricane, which is actually pretty rude. Thank you for letting me out. Otherwise, I would have died to the burn. And now we are basically ready. Obviously, don't go to the Pokemon Center. That would be really stupid. And we will give you... I'll give you King's Rock. I probably would prefer the damage, but just on the off chance I need to do flinching shenanigans, we have flinching shenanigans. We're going to lead with Chinook when I get up to the big bad, but I think I have to fight someone else first. Famous last words. So I'll lead with Riptide. Oh, by the way, I slightly changed the moveset for Chinook. So Chinook has no damaging moves anymore. It has Encore now as well, which is honestly not a great idea. I don't like support Pokemon that have no damaging moves that literally can't threaten anything, because, as I said, if you knock out every other Pokemon, I can't do anything then. I just get, like, locked in. But Encore is so useful. Anyway, by the way, we're going to raid a rival base now. I think it's the Black Ferrothorn or something. We've already killed the Black Ember. We've defeated the Terra Granbull. There's one gang left. Let's kill them. Please, by the way, tell me I don't need Surf. Otherwise, no, we're fine, actually. Even if we need surf, we're okay. I don't think we do, though. I think we literally just go down here. And it basically opens up an area for me. I was going to say, please let me out. Ah! Alright, it's fine. It's my fault. It's my fault. I should have put up a thing. I should have put on a repel. Where's my other hyper potion? I'm also quite skint right now, so I don't really have the money to spend on more healing items. Me and the boys are ready for battle. I like the fact that, you know, they set off stun explosives and they stand basically 1 yard away, and like that's safe enough. Now, all I can't remember is, can I just go fight the big boss immediately? You know what? I think I can, actually. I really want to lead with Volbeat. Alright, we're playing this game again, I see. Do I need to not get seen by this person? Alright. It's fine. I think I see what I need to do. Alright, never mind. I don't see what I need to do. Do I just get locked into the battle then? Whatever. Just battle me. Oh, okay. We don't get into a battle. So I just need to figure out where the path is that I need to go off. Which actually, now that I think about it, is not to my left. Maybe it is to my left. Wait, I didn't see where I got pushed before. It's not there. The one above that tile might be okay. Yeah, okay. Don't send me all the way back. Game design is my passion. Wait. I fucked up. I can't do it down here, right? It's the one above. Oh my god. It'd be better if my legitimate Game Boy was a bit more responsive. Please tell me I'm out. Oh, okay. No, we're okay. We don't need to repel. Actually, can I get an electrode repel? In fact, how the electrode's hitting me? I've got to repel up. I'm calling shenanigans. Right, down, this way, this way. You piece of garbage. You actual piece of garbage. Ah, just let me go. Let me go. Oh my god. It is so, like, annoying. Soldier on. You piece of garbage. I just want the Pokeball as well. It's almost certainly not worth it. So I guess you have to get it from the back. Is this designed by Grok or something? This is hateful. Alright, I'll go all the way here and back. Thank you. All for rare candy. Super worth it. Okay, we are never leaving this area until I beat the boss guy, because that is miserable. Cool. Pokeball can't even use it. Oh, no. I forgot about this. I wasn't even paying attention. Hang on a minute. I need a pen and piece of paper. I hate these memory games. I'm so bad at them. Can you show me again, please? Because I was not looking. Yeah. So we'll call this A, B, C. Don't know why I wrote that down, but whatever. B, C, B, A, C. All right. Very close to being can't be arsed, which is very appropriate. B, C, B, A, C. Actually, it does have can't be arsed Christ in there. Are we good? I have to fight this guy. Of course I do. Of course I have to fight the guys. Oh my god. Pain. I know for a fact as well that's not the only one. Alright, Ferrothorn Goon used Ferrothorn. Shock Horror. This is probably why I should have brought a Fire-type Pokemon now that I think about it. I also should really have changed my party Pokemon on the side. I apologize. It's all wrong. You're not here. Russell is here. I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to have to change it again in a second when I realize I desperately need a Fire-type Pokemon in the Black Ferrothorn area at Kel Surprise. And I did bring Rabombe, but I, for some twisted, cursed reason, have left Shuckle behind, even though it's been like really solid, and brought a Lumise, which is not going to be good here. Okay. Do I want a Tail Glow? Kind of, yes, because it's the whole strategy. The problem with my Tail Glowing right now is, if I go into Rabombe, it's actually a bit spooky, as Rabombe will get one-shot by any Steel-type move. But let's just do the strat. +3 special attack, like the only move that does something like this. Not quite true, but there's Belly Jump for like attack, but it costs you a lot of your health. Now, here's the problem. If I baton pass this into Rabombe, actually, I know what I need to do. I need to T-Wave. Because if I baton pass into Rabombe, it might actually die to Gyro Ball. It shouldn't do it, even though it's super effective, because Rabombe is really quick, right? Actually, maybe this is actually horrible, now that I think about it. Is Gyro Ball the difference between speed, right? Is it slower to higher or higher to slower? If it's higher to slow, we're fine, but if it's not, I'm in trouble. And based on the fact that I did more damage, I'm pretty certain it's slow to higher. So I think I fucked up, basically. All these words are to say, I think as soon as I baton pass into Rabombe, I have the worst time imaginable. So, this is where it'd be really good to have my special attacking, for God's sake, what is it called now? Center Scorch. Because the only Pokemon here that benefits from special attack is Glenn. I'm so stupid. We're gonna ride and die based on this Gengar paralysis, which is like 30%, I think. I think this is gonna one-shot me. Okay. Nice setup, me. Whatever. It honestly, not the end of the world. I've got revives back at home. Alright. So how am I gonna fight this thing? I've not really got it. Well, it's not bad. I've not got super effective damage into it, I think. Oh wait, no I do. Break is. Do you have Sturdy? No, that just happened to leave you on 1 health. Cool. Get Paraflinch, nerd! Oh my god, it's really hurting me. Alright, well, Heracross is dead. So far I've traded effectively 3 Pokemon for 1. Which would have died had I just brought the Pokemon that I was like, oh, I should bring this Pokemon, it'll be good here. It's like, no, let's bring a Lumise, because it's fun to baton pass insane stats into a Pokemon. Yeah, it is, but he should not have brought Ribombee. He should have brought the fire-type Pokemon. And I'm not going back for it, so we're just going to have to put up with it. I'm also slightly concerned that weakness policy is going to get burnt from this guy, because this is not a boss battle, so I don't think I'll get it refunded. So I really don't want to bring this guy to the battle. Everglade, solve my issue, please. I've kind of griefed. That's something. Oh yeah, weirdly this... Oh no, this Pokemon does have a stab move. I was gonna say, I don't think I have a stab move on this guy anymore, but I do. I removed the steel move, though. Alright, fighting type move. I think I should just stay in. I don't love this. I really don't love that. Although, actually, maybe I'll kill you back. Because it lowers your defense, right? It's attack and defense. I'm about to lower my defense, by the way, so I'm going to have to swap if I don't kill her. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Chinook, take the hit. It's your fault I'm in this situation to begin with. Cal? It took it so well. Alright, let's T-Wave. They're swapping out to reset the stat drop, which is fine. More while. Oh my god, if I just brought a fire-type Pokemon, we'd be so set. And I don't have great moves into this guy either. Actually, no, that's not quite true. This looks stupid, but just bear with me a second. I think I need my guy to die to get a safe swap. I need to go back to a Escavalier. Now, my problem with the Escavalier is I'm hoping this thing does not have a fire-type move. If it does, we're in trouble. If it doesn't, then we might be fine. I'm also not sure I'm quicker than this, even through the paralysis. It turns out I am. How much does this do? It can't do that much. Yeah, I was going to say, I resist it. My slight issue is throw is going to come back, though. There's still another Pokemon that I don't yet know of. I don't have a... Well, no, I don't have a safe swap. I think we just have to bite the bullet. Alright, cool. Very nice. Riptide, can you finish this off, please? Probably not a good idea either to bring a water bug to a grass area. Potentially grass area. But here I am. Alright, Endure doesn't matter. It's just stalling. Do you really not have a... Oh, you have Sucker Punch. That's fine. I was going to say, you don't have a priority move. I thought you did. Alright, what's the last Pokemon? Please don't be Ferrothorn again. I'm going to level with you. That's not great either. It's not the worst, though. Okay, that's a bit more alarming. That will really hurt if it hits me, but it's only 75 accurate, I think. Yeah, that's what you get for spamming 75 accurate moves. It might be less Zap Cannon. Actually, how much is Zap Cannon? I need to know. Is it 50-50? I know it's low accuracy. Yeah, it's 50 accurate. Never mind. It's not 75 even. Alright, I've made a big mistake, but I can't solve it right now. If I see a Polygon, I'll resolve it. I think we're going to get some good value for our revives, though. Let's put it that way. Let's look on the bright side. Where are my Hyper Potions? How many do I have left? 20. We will not have any left, I think, at this rate. Okay, I'm also not going to lead with Chinook this time. I think I'll lead with... Fuck, and my Heracross died as well, so I need to reset the bird. Oh. Oh, the worst day imaginable. Let me take the item off you until I get to the boss. And actually, let me take your item off you. And I'll give you the Flame Orb, because I really need the burn on you. Like, it's so much damage I miss out if I don't have this. I like it past your top-of-the-line security system, because fortunately the security system shows me the password 2 times in a row. That's how I got around it. Alright, Ferrothorn is back. Again, should probably bring a Fire-type Pokemon to the Black Ferrothorn area, funnily enough. My bad. I'm getting faster. Could do with a really big crit here. Actually, we might want to go for a flinch. Otherwise, I'm dying next. Well, next attack. Do I get the flinch? I'm so clutch. Now, here's a question. Do I kill from here with X's? I think the answer to that is still no. Sadly. I'm just going to take the damage. I think that actually last play was super, super risky. Yeah, I need like 2 if I went that way. So I think this will kill me. It does kill me. You're not really doing yourself any favors right now. I'm just going to throw that out there, Russell. Anyway, we get the burn on Heracross again at the very least. I also brought 4 physical attackers into the Black Ferrothorn gym. And Ferrothorn has Iron Barbs as an ability, which means if it gets hit by a physical attack, it does damage back to me. Especially Rocky Helmet. Not my greatest, like, series of choices. I'll level with you. Okay, speaking of not good choices, you're 4 times weak to fighting, so you have to have Sturdy. It has to be Sturdy, right? Otherwise, this is crazy. Oh, whatever. I'll run the risk. I'd be shocked if this is not Sturdy. It is Sturdy. The question is, can you kill me from here? Okay, I guess the game calculated it could leave me within burn range. Very nice. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll get the revives out again in a moment. And Copperaja. Boy, would I like a fighting type move right now. It's fine. We'll just spam Liquidation. I actually don't know what this, like, Pokemon even does. I kind of hate Copperaja. I think it just looks a bit stupid. I know it's a big steel boy, right? I think that's his gimmick, but I don't know any of his abilities or even particularly moves. But does it have a signature move? I have no idea. Alright, get the revives out again. I'm also going to engage Gamer Sense here. They keep leading with the Ferrothorn. I'm going to lead with Heracross. That's the good stuff. Oh, for God's sake. I even knew it, but alright. So I'll say it's A, B... I'll say A, B, C, D going around clockwise. From top left. So D, C, A, C, D, A, B. Is dabbed on me as well? Sure. Okay, D, C, A, C, D, A, and B. Puzzle solving master. I'm going to tear this building to the ground. Where did I even walk? Okay. I thought I walked middle, so I'm going to guess it's bottom. I'm actually going to lose my mind. 1, 2. I thought the next tile exploded me. It did. So that's a dead end. Like an intentional dead end to trap me. So it's here. It's only whether or not I go left or down here. I'm going to say it's down. I always lose the 50-50. All right, we know the path now, though. Taking the piss. Okay, good news. I think there's only one more of these puzzles. Bad news is it has 5 of them. I'll go from top and again clockwise, so it's A, B, C, D, E. E, C, D, C, B. I lost it after that. Let me just check it again. So E, C, D, C, B. E, D, A. Alright. This guy's going to battle me at some point, but it's fine. I've written the sequence down. What's this mysterious item before I do this? Another max potion? You're taking the piss, Gabe. But I guess thanks, because I do need it. E. C. D. C. B. Really? You better not interrupted the sequence. I thought he was going to battle me because I thought I walked past him. Whatever. Sure, let's fight. I need to get one of my Pokemon burnt anyway, so let's do it. 3 Pokemon, lead with Ferrothorn. You guys are predictable. I've learned your tricks now. As long as I lead with Olympus Mons, I'm fine. Right, we pick up our kill, and then we just don't let Olympus Mons die after this. Unless it's the matter of us winning or losing this battle, in which case we should, you know, let Olympus Mons die. Goodbye. I don't want to deal with you. Okay, let's go into Rabombe. A fighting type move will not be good into Rabombe. Holy shit, I predicted you. I'm going to say it has got a save swap since it's just taking the Moonblast, which I think will one-shot. It has Sturdy, I did not know that. Okay. This shouldn't do a lot. Goddamn Rabombe, you're so fragile. Alright, last Pokemon. Bronzong. That's actually pretty bad. I'd really like to use Heracross to kill you. And I don't think I've got enough health for a Quiver Dance. If, like, this was at full health for a Bombay, I would risk the Quiver. I'll just take as much damage as I can. It's okay. Okay, we were super dead. It's actually good that I didn't, like, if I was at full health and quivered, I would have just died to that, I think. There was no living. We'll go with Everglade to finish. Should be pretty good here. You have levitate? I don't know. Let's not risk it. Let's just do knockoff. Alright, let me just speed through this because we've won. Shut up. I know the sequence. Please don't tell me you've interrupted it, though. It should be now E, D, and A. Holy moly, we've done it. Alright. Let me get the revives. Not the max revives, we'll save them for a later date. Right, I'd absolutely love it, because I think by rules of 3, we're fighting the boss now. I'd absolutely love it if we beat this guy first time. I do not want to walk through this place again. I have a horrible feeling that it's not going to happen, but... Okay, let's do a save, just in case I fuck something up. Or the game explodes. I'll create a save state as well, in case everything explodes. Which, with all the electrodes, has been happening quite a lot to me today. Alright, I think this is the big bad. Is it a double battle? Is that why my guy stood next to me? Holy shit, there's a polygon next to him. Please, for the love of God, let me use the polygon. Because that's fine. I will sort through my Pokemon to get an appropriate team to win. If it locks me into the battle, though, then this is actually the ultimate troll. Because I can see them, but I could never use them. At least before this battle. Alright. I've got, like, the skip text option on. What is this? Alright. Oh, he's gonna jazz up my Pokemon. He's gonna dope my team. Let's go. Nice. Okay. Oh my god, this is so huge. I'm actually gonna create another save, by the way, because I don't want to go through all that again. I can change my Pokemon. Let's go. Alright. We are not gonna bring Riptide with us, because I'm gonna assume Ferrothorn is in the squad somewhere. Probably not a good idea. Let me bring Hot Spring, and I'll just juice him. Wait, did you heal my Pokemon? Is that what you did? You did heal them. Thank fuck for that. I was about to say, if you've healed my Pokemon, you've done me an incredibly disservice on this day. Flamethrower Inferno knockoff Will-O-Wisp. Probably not the greatest moveset you've ever seen on a Pokemon, but so the one I'm going with, I think. Anyway, we have now 2 special attackers. And before we do this, let me just quickly check. Do I have a better TM for this guy? No, I don't really mind his moveset, to be fair. Stealth Rock's interesting. Learns Venoshock, which would give me some coverage in the poison department, because I don't really have that. Equally, it doesn't really matter that much. Actually, I say it doesn't matter that much. It is somewhat important if I go up against a fairy. Do I have... Do I have... I'm not even paying attention anymore. Do I have the Steel-type move? I forgot what it's called. Smart Strike. Okay. Let me put Smart Strike on a Scavalier. So I've got a Stab Steel-type move. Oh, it's really awkward though. I do like the ground move as well. And I like the dark knockoff move. Which I guess means I get rid of Mega Horn. Why have I got Mega Horn? Mega Horn is good if I go up against a grass type Pokemon, I guess, only. It's awkward. I mean, I can't ever get perfect, but if I go into a Fairy type, this Pokemon literally can't do anything. Okay, it's only 85 accurate anyway. It's probably not the best move to have on it. And I'll do one last save, and we'll do it. And as I said, I'm going to we're going to reload the save if I fuck up. Oh, one final thing. Let's use the rare candies. Alright. Everyone's on the cap. So, my only intel is that he's going to have a Ferrothorn. That's it. You've got a Cobra Berry, that's fine. I mean, what's better, I guess? You have Assault Vest. You have King's Rock. Are you on fire right now? You are. You have Weakness Policy, so you can get a attack boost if you get hit by a move. Super effective, right? You've got Life Orb, which means you're a Glass Cannon. And Hot Spring is here with some charcoal for, like, burning my foes. Alright, let's try it. We've seen a lot of fighting types as well, so I'm going to assume the fighting type Pokemon in here somewhere. Barbs. 6 Pokemon. Starmie is the lead. Not what I was anticipating, but it is a spiky Pokemon, I guess. And I do get a boost. What is it? Defensive? Nice. It is defensive. It's both my defense stats. That's actually pretty big. Oh, yours sharply rose, though. I think they went up by 2 stages, not 1. Alright, we're going to Prankster T-Wave this thing, and I'm just going to, like, troll their Pokemon for a little bit, if you don't mind. It just raw dogged Hydro Pump? Are you crazy? Alright. I don't have Water Absorb on any of my Pokemon, so there's no reason to Encore this right now. I guess I just do the strat Tail Glow into Baton Pass, into Rabombe, just hope that Rabombe, like, tanks one of these. Rabombe is more special defensively bulky. Not to say that it's bulky by any stretch of the imagination, but if I'd rather get hit by one move, it is that one. Anyway, see you later. We shouldn't go into Hot Spring as well, because for, you know, obvious reasons. Now, do I get the Aura again? Because it'd be pretty big if I did. What do you give me the Aura in, though? It's defensive again. Okay, but it's only 1 stage. You predicted the swap? Kind of rude. Okay. Here's the thing now. I think I'm faster than Starmie, is my prediction. But I'm going to assume they're going to swap. I don't know that for certain. But either way, we'll just go for it. I'm pretty certain you're dead. I'm hoping Rabombe sweeps here, is the strat. I don't think the crit mattered. Maybe it did actually. Now, well, maybe it did matter. I'm not sure. I'm going to say it didn't because it makes me feel better. Okay, this is the problem Pokemon for me because I don't think I can one-shot it. And when I swap, I lose my stat boost, which basically means everything I did was pointless. It's 2 levels higher than me as well, so I'm like 99% certain this won't kill, but I guess I just take the damage, right? Bug Buzz can also cause a defense drop, right? It's not even close. Yeah, okay, this kills me. So the Illumizing to Glen strategy is not good unless Rabombe can kill Ferrothorn in one hit. And one of the weaknesses of Rabombe, other than like his defensive stats, which I keep like harping on about, is coverage is actually pretty garbage as well. Alright, defense again. That's fine. I can work with this. I'm going to predict a swap. It's 4 times weak to fire. I'm going to predict that it has something that is a water type. I would hate it to go into a fire type and like suck up the fire move, but... Alright, the swapping. That's huge. If we get the Will-O-Wisp hit, which is 70 accurate, I think, Pangoro does not like having his attack cut in half. Nice. Huge. I've basically neutered the panda. I've unmuted the panda. It has a Lumberry. Cool. Alright, good to know. I'm going to say that thing's faster than me. Alright, I'm just gonna... I don't even know. We're just gonna go with anime logic here. I'm gonna use my most powerful move. It's only 50% accurate though. But I think I have to like go balls to the walls if I'm gonna kill this thing. Funnily enough as well, a bug type move would go kind of crazy here, but I don't have one of this Pokemon. We hit it, and I'm faster, which I didn't expect, but the Inferno will give me damage and guaranteed burn. And they don't have the Lumberry anymore, obviously. Oh my god, it has Wicked Blow. That is... Urshifu signature move, right? Oh, okay, that's cool. That always crits, which means the burn isn't even doing anything right. Doesn't crit ignore the burn effect? Actually, maybe it doesn't. I think maybe that's the one effect it doesn't ignore. Because people might not know this, but when you crit with a move, it ignores your stat reductions and their stat increases in terms of like your defense and your attack drops. But I think burn is the exception. I'm pretty certain this works well for me. Anyway, because of the damage I just dealt to it, I know I can't kill from here. So we're gonna die. I don't think I've got a safe swap though. Wicked Blow being dark typing. I mean, I could go into Heracross, but it's still really risky. I think we just... It hurt to lose Hot Springs, though. Because how do I kill the Ferrothorn otherwise? And I don't want to sack Chinook yet, either. Chinook has got some merits. Alright, we sack Chinook. I hate to do it, but... I was gonna say miss, but you can't miss with this move. Alright, we die. But then this gives me a safe swap into Heracross, and I think Heracross can probably kill it. It's definitely going to be faster because Centiskorch was faster and Centiskorch is slowed to Heracross. They swapped. That's alarming. Muck. Oh god, it's that Muck as well. Oh my god, with a defense boost? Actually, hang on a minute, we're in trouble here. This thing's going to be disgusting. It's pretty bulky Muck, and it only has one... Well, this Muck. It only has one weakness, and it's ground typing. And it has leftovers. Cool. Oh no, it's Black Sludge. Okay. Well, I can try and flinch it down, but I don't think that's going to be the optimal play here. I think we go into Everglade and just assume a poison move is incoming. If anything, actually, Everglade is the ultimate Muck counter. I have a ground move on it, and it's steel typing. And it's pretty bulky, especially with a plus boost to defense. In fact, Everglade might be able to, like, carry to some degree. Oh, there goes the Assault Vest. Never mind. Okay, fair enough. You know what? You knock me off, I knock you off. Oh, they swapped. Okay. Oh, well, that's not a great swap for you guys. That's a really bad swap. Super effective damage incoming. Oh, nice crit as well. And what were you holding? Leftovers. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do to me. I think Cladle's normally quite supportive. So maybe like hypnosis and setting up type things. Oh, he's going for a burn. Okay. Didn't get the burn though. I don't know if I kill the next attack is the thing. Alright, keep swapping. Actually, good intel that they keep swapping. In fact, I need to pay attention to whether or not entry hazards would be good here. So toxic spikes wouldn't necessarily be good because Muck can clean the toxic spikes up, but the other entry hazard spikes and why can't I remember the name of it? I literally just had a battle versus someone using it. Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks would be pretty good here. It seems. Oh, I'm dead. It has Fire Punch. Okay. So a Scavalier can't deal with Muck, sadly. That might be GG, actually. If he didn't have anything to deal with it, I think I could have killed it, but now my life is pretty miserable. I probably have to use Heracross and try and, like, break through now. Just, like, break down the wall. So I've seen it as knockoff. It has Fire Punch. Also, if they knew it had Fire Punch, I could have swapped to the Hot Springs. I think I have to go into Canyon. It's Canyon or Hot Spring, but again, I need the Hot Spring to deal with the Ferrothorn. It's like my theory. Alright, Canyon, show me why I brought you. You're actually extremely good with the defense boost as well. Because it sits nicely with your ability and your weakness policy. And I forgot you have a ground type move as well, so unironically, it might be a stroke of genius I brought you to this battle. If I can trigger my policy and get my ability going so that it, like, gets super quick, then maybe. That's not a lot of damage, though. I'm just going to throw that out there. Oh, there goes my weakness policy. Oh, wait, does that actually work? I think it triggers it, no. You can't knock off weakness policy. No, you can. Okay. Oh, you can't knock it off if it triggers it. That's the deal. Anyway, I'm now super sad. Alright, see you later. What are we going into? Ferrothorn. Okay, I have to swap. I can't stay in. And actually, with Ferrothorn as well, that's actually a really bad speed drop. But yeah, with Ferrothorn as well, Toxic Spikes would be really bad. You've got leftovers as well, okay. I guess they're giving leftovers out to everyone now. But yeah, that's really bad because Gyro Ball does more damage the slower the Pokemon is, and I've just slowed it down even more. Shouldn't do a lot though, still. Unironically, I think that might have killed me, the speed drop. Because I think it kills me. Oh no, wait, I'm going to be faster. Oh, whatever. Flamethrower, and I hope it kills. How did you live? It's not possible. Okay, he's... No, I was going to say he's throwing. He's not quite throwing. Maybe I'm throwing. Honchkrow is one of their other Pokemon. I need the burn here. Burn. That crit definitely mattered. That is so lucky. I am going to die to Leech Seed though, right? Oh no, he swapped. Wait, is that how Leech Seed really works? I thought Leech Seed went until you swapped. Anyway, Muck is back. Which I think means I'm gone. He's almost certainly going to do knockoff here. Canyon, get back in. Like, you have almost no use, I think, now, Canyon. No offense, without your item, you're a bit tragic. Okay, I crit, they crit. And it got me with Poison Touch. Okay, well, we'll do some more damage at the very least. It's not great, obviously. I'm going to lose Canyon next turn, guaranteed. And there's no point in spamming Rock Slide for flinches, because as I said, I'm dying next turn. I didn't see what the poison did to me. I think the poison would kill me, though. It's actually really nasty as well to have this Muck and a Flying type Pokemon, because if I tried to use a Ground type move into it, it'll just swap to Honchkrow. I'm kind of surprised the AI has not done that yet. Alright, it's down to Heracross and Hot Spring. My Heracross is still basically full health. Unfortunately, it's not great right now to this book, so... But this is why we put King's Rock on it, right? To flinch it to death. Don't miss. 95 accurate Pin Missile. Okay, we hit that. Hit 5 times, please. You might actually kill with 5. Okay, flinch. Let's go! It was only... I think it was 20% chance to flinch there. Okay. Oh, we might need 3. Okay, that's fine. Can Heracross sweep from here? Ferrothorn is back. I can't swap into... the bug anymore, the Center Scorch, because it'll die on the switch. I need to check something. Pin Missile's not a contact move, right? Where? I should have just looked for Cerebi. Pin Missile. Because I think I should go for the non-super effective damage to not hit it with a contact move. It doesn't do physical contact. This is such a ballsy play, because I don't think this is a 2 times lethal. I think it might be even more than that. I might actually need like 4 or 5. But I can't afford to take the burn damage plus the other damage. I think the AI has worked out like as a priority move or something, and it can kill me if I take all this additive damage. I could be wrong, because I've not seen what the other Pokemon are yet. But I'm going to try not to take the Iron Bar damage. Okay, my team is cracked. They just want to win. They don't want me to walk through the Electrode floor again. They're like, don't worry, boss. We'll protect you. 2 Pokemon left. We know what one of them is, right? One of them's a Pangoro. We're faster than Pangoro. And they've not been swapping into the other Pokemon, which must mean the other Pokemon is not a good swap. Like, it mustn't be good into what I've been sending out. You have a priority move. I knew it. I told you. They have a priority move. But it's only Bullet Punch, so it doesn't do that much damage. I need to be faster than the last Pokemon. I need to have super effective damage into it. Otherwise, I might just burn to death. And I need them to not have a priority move. What is your last Pokemon? Claydol, we saw it. Okay. Do not miss one of your multi-hit moves. Because I can't hit you with a fighting type move. Oh yeah, you're not a ghost. Wait, I could hit you with that. Never mind. We'll go for Pin Missile because it's stab. 95 accurate. Do not miss. Do not throw out all this anime plot armor to miss a 95 accurate move. Let's go! Ah, yes! I have to go through the Electrode floor again. I'm the best boss in this town. Holy moly, what a battle. First time as well. And I've not got to say that many times through the insane playthrough. That is something. I will agree with you, Barbs. That was some battle for me. Right, it's over. I don't have to do anything else. Big MVP, by the way, Center Scorch. That crit on the Honchkrow legitimately changed the game. I'm 90% certain that Honchkrow would have destroyed me, because Honchkrow is really quick. Oh, if I joined that gang or something, I was really not paying attention to the story there. I completed my quest either way. And more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, there was a very big reason why I came back to do this optional quest now. And this is it. I have another bug that can Mega Evolve. My Heracross can now Mega Evolve into Mega Heracross, funnily enough. Now, what's really funny about this, by the way, is it's actually not a very good Mega Evolution. It gives you the ability Skill Link, which you'd think is like insane with, you know, what I'm doing. In case you don't know what Skill Link is, any multi-hit move will always hit the maximum number of times. And literally that's all I've been doing with my Heracrosses, right, is spamming multi-hit moves. The problem is you have to hold Heracronocyte to do the Mega Evolution. So I can't hold King's Rock, so I can't do flinching. The other funny thing about Mega Heracross is I think when it Mega Evolves, let me just quickly check this. I think it loses speed. It gains an actual metric fuck ton of attack though. Like, it becomes a Goliath of attacking, but it slows it down a little bit. So if there's any situation where I need to go like insane attack, yeah, its attack stat is 185, but it loses 10 speed on Mega Evolving and gets Skill Link. But if I ever go up against someone that's like, you know, pretty slow, then maybe we want to go with the Mega Heracross build. And I'll use Olympus for that strategy, I think. And in fact, more to the point, I could potentially intentionally make a Heracross super slow and then try and use it in like Trick Room or something if I get Trick Room up. So anyway, we did a quest, which we had to do anyway for everything I wanted to do. And I got an item which is actually quite useful. It's moderately useful. Right, take the weakness policy and all this jazz off these guys so I don't lose my items going forwards. But great work, everyone. All right, now we can actually go back to fighting the the big boss that is threatening to take over the world. That seems like a good idea. Chinook, honestly, you did okay. One day we'll see you explosively pop off, but sadly, it wasn't for today. Glossopod, I'll bring you back because I do need someone that can do Surf. We will bring out with us Atoll as well, because I need someone that, well, I say need. I'd like someone with Rock Climb, and finally, I am going to bring Low Pressure, purely because I need someone to fly me there. Canyon, I think you got a nosebleed from those battles, so I'm gonna like do the great service of taking you out to rest. Honestly, Canyon, the best thing you did for me in that battle was you just fainted. I've also got my party wrong. Whatever, it's fine. It happens. So who have I got in the party now? I have Yan Mega. I have Center Scorch and not you. The other fun thing that's going to happen is if I can clear the next area, I can get all but the bugs that are only accessible in the post game, which is basically legendary bugs plus Volcarona, I think. So I will be able to access every single bug. And there is one fun bug left I've not got yet. I nearly considered starting with it, but I came to the conclusion I would actually just instantly lose if I'd done it, but it would have been fun. You know, while I got to, like, the first gym. And that's been honestly, like, hopeful. I probably would have died in the first area. Alright, that is the correct party. Should probably save the game as well. It'd be a lovely place to end if I can get to the next boss battle. Which, I do have some vague memories of this. I think the boss battle I've got coming up now is the 1 versus Mega Rayquaza plus Hooper Unbound, which is why the game's called Unbound, by the way. And that's going to be a hard battle. Just going to throw that out there. Please let me through. Okay, don't lead with a Scavalier because you can't run away from battles. I've learned my lesson. I'm sorry. I'm going to be really lazy as well, and I'm going to Not burn Heracross. Where am I going, by the way? I just got lost. Is it down? Oh yeah, it's this way. But regardless of what happens, this episode has been great success. Knocking 2 guys out at the same time, very good. Oh, by the way, you might be wondering about that electric scientist as well, and like, oh, go fight the electric scientist. I actually don't have any ideas yet of how to deal with that. So I might save that till post-game when I get legendary Pokemon. Which, by the way, for bugs means I get Genesect, or I can get Genesect, I can get Pheromosa, and Buzzswole, I think it is. And even then, I'm not sure it's, like, is good. I'm really just putting it off. Okay. So, I can lead with... Let's lead with Heracross, because I think they just all around are pretty solid. I'll have you in the first 3, because you do need to get some levels. I did need Rock Smash and Strength, which I do have. Alright, double Graveler. Toucannon, very cool Pokemon. I like the Toucannon, but actually, you might have Skill Link Bullet Seed. In which case, this is actually really good. We both going to Bullet Seed the opening turn. Please say yes. I'm actually not going to run away from this battle, just purely want to see what happens. Dude, my team is critting like crazy. I don't know what they ate this morning, but I want some... Okay, they're not going to use Skill Link Bullet Seed, I guess. Goodbye, Toucannon. I think you're going to perish. Okay, you're going to live. Again, you dare say I'm not strong enough to do this and you have to test my strength. You kept me out of the final, like, you know, big battle with the bad. And you just nearly got one-shot by a fucking Graveler? You crazy? It's I who should have tested you. I'll Bullet Seed again. It just so happens I've fought 2 Pokemon that are 4 times weak to grass. I might as well slurp a bit of their experience for the old Yanmega. You do have Bullet Seed! God damn you, Toucannon. Why didn't you use it before? What were you thinking? I guess now they saw me do it, my rival's like, I'll copy your homework. I don't think I can worry about this just yet. I think that's a post-game thing I need to worry about. Actually, this area is one of the things I'm excited about doing in the post-game. Because there's a lot about this area, but you just don't deal with it in the main game, since... You literally just go to the top and fight a guy, and then you get teleported back down again. So all these weird puzzles, I just don't interact with. I just ignore them. Alright, Drifblim and Drifblim. I might have an answer to you, funnily enough. Do I still have my Dark Knight slash move? I shot. Oh, I have Rock Blast. Never mind, I do have an answer to you. And you know what as well? I said this is not going to be the, you know, the Mega Heracross eventually. Let's show off Mega Heracross a bit. Oh, we have Aftermath. Calculated, by the way, so I didn't take the Aftermath damage. Alright, kind of rude. Cool. It actually reminds me of my, like, small brain child strategy for doubles, where I was like, how do you beat a golem that has self-destruct or explosion and a ghost type with it in a doubles battle? The golem can even have sturdy. It would take 2 hits to kill it. Like, that blew my small child mind. It's like, what? Why is no one doing this? So yeah, what if two people go to Golem, I guess, is the strategy. Also, you have to use a Golem, which is not a good Pokemon. Sadly. Cool by design, though. Just bad by every other metric. Alright, where's Heracronite? Or Heracronite? There we go. Yeah, we'll swap them. A Woobat and a Noibat. You don't want any of this heat I'm about to fire at you. Slight overkill, but look at the transformation. I've got such a big head now. I'm like Patrick Star, but you know, the Heracross. One shot, by the way, with one of the Rock Blasts. You love Golem, you roll out it through your Pokemon Red game. I like the Pokemon. I think the design's really cool, but it has very unfortunate typing, and I think its like stats aren't great. To be fair, a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon aren't great anymore. They've just been power crept like horribly. By the way, how about faster than Toucannon? What? What have you done to your Toucannon protagonist? Is Toucannon slow? Oh, shoot, it's really slow. Okay, never mind. I thought Toucannon was like at least as fast as Heracross. But it's nowhere near. Alright, scientists, let's have a battle. It's hype on the stat list. Let's have a little peep, since I'm riding the high right now. Golem's total stats are 495, which is not terrible. I guess the issue with, especially like some of the early generations, is its special bulk is like non-existent, and it is 4 times weak to both grass and water, and back then grass and water was special, so basically if you got hit by one of those moves, it just exploded. Which I guess is why they gave it Sturdy, but then Sturdy originally was actually terrible. I was changed, I think in Gen 4 to being like better Sturdy, but it still doesn't really get around the fact that its defensive stat is like non-existent. And then yeah, it's got the other unfortunate situation where like rock moves are like not that great. You want Rock Slide to like spam flinches, and its speed is only 45, so it's like it's that unfortunate situation where it's not got enough attack to warrant being used in Trick Room with its low speed, and it doesn't have enough special defensive bulk to actually survive through attacks. It just sort of sits in this really awkward area. And even in the generations where it like theoretically could have been good in its own generation, it kind of got trolled by other reasons. I guess I should take out the Porygon. I don't know why. I was like, the Porygon, is he going to do Trick Room now? I was just talking about it, but I don't think it will, because Luxray is actually quite fast. Also, I think Porygon Z is normally used as like some sort of special attacker. I can't remember now. All I know about Porygon Z is people don't normally use it because they use Porygon 2 and Eviolite. That's about it. Rollout just kills things. I remember that strategy as well, my old, you know, let's just push Rollout and just sweep through teams. Then you realize like Rollout is what? Is it 85 accurate or 90 accurate? And invariably you miss like the third one. Like the most important of the ones. Alright, let's actually use my skill link now. You hit 5 times, I hit 5 times. Oh my god, that's actually kind of disgusting. A pin missile damage doing that amount of damage. Really powerful. Alright, honestly, I've done humoring these battles now. Can I have a repel, please? giant crystal on top of the mountain. Yeah, there is. It's like a super weapon or something by the lore of the game. By the way, I like this ominous like clouds above the area. There's like, I don't know, ritual chanting and stuff. There's a super weapon. There's a bunch of bad guys wearing like white hoods and cloaks. And there's just this woman in a bicycle cycling around in there. Run, leave, or like fight them. Do one or the other. Why are you just like exercising? Alright, Noivern and Scolipede, base bug, but unfortunately, going to struggle into our Pokemon. Now, I guess I attack first. I was going to say, Toucannon, I need you to not attack the Noivern. I can kill Noivern. Oh, cool! That Toucannon is doing my strat with flinches. That's actually, like, really neat. I like it. Alright, that should be Noivern dead. If only I could get this stat boost, but also have a held item. Sadly, I can't. Oh, the other unfortunate thing, by the way, is that, and I need to sort this out, it's not a good idea to give my Heracross a burn anymore, because when it Mega Evolves, it loses Guts, so I lose the ability to negate the burn damage and boost myself, so I'll have to change one of the Heracross's abilities to not be Guts, because it's actually not a good combo wombo. It's actually a very anti-synergistic combo wombo. But it's fine. I think Heracross also gets Moxie as an ability, and I think it's Moxie and Swarm it gets in this game. We can just give it Moxie, which is pretty good as well. It requires you to pick up kills, but it gives you an attack boost without requiring you to burn your own Pokemon. Alright, we're going to Riptide. Actually, that was a really stupid idea. You resist water, yes. You're a dragon, right? You're a flying dragon. You resist every one of my moves except for Sucker Punch, so I'll go for Sucker Punch and pray. I will say as well, Hurricane, I think it's 85 accurate. He just raw dogged the Hurricane and killed me. Bit rude. I don't know why I didn't consider it just doing that. Oh, you're gonna heal. Yeah, okay. Buckle up. We might be in for a long battle here, unless... Okay. By the way, Toucannon, you can learn Rock Blast as well. It'd be a really good, like, coverage move for you to have. Works very well with Skill Link. I have the TM as well if you want to borrow it, protagonist, to improve your Pokemon. To improve your pathetic bird Pokemon. Again, she's just cycling around and there's just these two bozos here. Okay, we should probably, like, respect this to some degree. I'm gonna bring a Escavalier because they typically use Fairy-type Pokemon. And I'm gonna bring Athel as well, because Poison and Steel, good into Fairies. I probably shouldn't lead with Heracross either, for that matter. So let's not do that. Really? You can only afford 3 Pokemon between 2 of you? Alright, if I want to do my ally a favor, I need to kill Dedenne. Also, it makes us much stronger, since they can't swap out the right Pokemon. So let's go all in on Dedenne. Let me Poison Jab it. Goodbye, Dedenne. So now it's basically a 2-on-1-on-1, if you know what I mean. Because they can't bring their other Pokemon in. And now, the Toucannon is safe from electrical damage. At 50% chance, by the way, I think to get a flinch here. Nice. It's not quite 50, by the way. It's less. But I can't bother doing the calculation. It'll probably work out to be like 45 or something, or 44. I think. Because I don't think that's additive. I think it's multiplicative. I think it basically works the way that the first hit is like 10% chance to flinch, then it's 10% of the 90%, so it's like 9% on top of the 10%, and then, you know, so on and so forth. From the 81 to the 10% of that to the 8.1 onto the 9 to 27. But you get the idea. It doesn't quite work out as, like, it adds up to 50, because there's 5 hits. You are psychic fighting. You are not a fairy, but that's fine. I have the coverage for this. Although sadly, you resist bug because of fighting, sure. Don't resist that though. All right. Perhaps over-prepared for this battle. Turns out the 2 grunts were not that scary. I will, for laughs and giggles, though. I'll lead with that all. Is there an item down here? I can't remember. I always come this way. It's like, is there an item here? And I'm pretty certain there's not. Or, like, I had to go back the other way or something, and this is the right way. I think that actually is it. I think I should have gone back to where I was. Yeah, I've missed an item. Cool. Maybe. Oh no, this is the right way, I think. It always does this place. What's down this ladder? I really should have just done this first. Cool, okay. In case you're wondering, there's a puzzle in this area, which again is only solvable post-game, and that moves all these crystals around. But I don't experience it, like, in the main playthrough, so... As I said, I've literally never done it. Alright, the big bad is somewhere up here. Well, let's not miss the items. Alright, let's do the rock climb maze. Is this the right way or not? I want to be on the wrong way, to be honest with you, because I want the items. I think that's the right way. Famous last words. X defense is literally worthless for me. Okay. It's not as complicated and maze as I thought. It's not the mysterious hidden electrode puzzle. If memory serves me now, I get locked up at some point and have to solve the easiest puzzle of all time. Which actually on this difficulty might not be easy. We'll see. I was going to assume these 2 grunts are not anywhere as hard as the other 2 grunts, aka I can just get some levels off them as well. Aim before it's 6 Pokemon and just wipe me. Okay, it's 4. Carbink and Clefable. I always forget what Clefable's deal is. Clefable's funny because I think a lot of people use Clefairy and not Clefable in doubles. Because I think Clefairy has... It can hold either, like, does it have Friend Guard or something that Clefable doesn't have his ability? I forgot. They're both support Pokemon, but they're used for different reasons. Anyway, I can't really deal with Carbink that easily, I think. So I'm going to go for Clefable, but I do appreciate Toucan can get owned by this, basically. Alright, very unfortunate that I left it on 1, but... We can still use the same start as well. If worse comes to worse, I'll just take out the left slot. I don't know why I didn't think as well this thing's going to just shoot me. I'm not very good into rock types either, so... Whatever. Alright, depends how rude I want to be now to my partner. I think the correct play for me personally is to protect. But I'll try and keep them alive. I'm also a bit concerned that Sylveon might do some shenanigans. So it's now 2 on 1 on 1. I say 2 on 1 on 1. It's like... I guess it's like 6. Oh, it's too complicated. Basically, we're always gonna have 2 Pokemon. They're gonna have 1. But I'm probably gonna lose Atoll this turn. That's fine. I've let the protagonist. I set him up for success. This has been truly the most anime of the episodes. Huge flinch. I actually might live now. Thank you, partner. And you know what? I'll let you take the glory. I'm going to protect. I will get another turn of healing. I'm going to assume you're going to hit and kill. You did. Not the move I would have picked there, but whatever. The protagonist clearly recognized it was going to crit. And we get another turn of healing. And another turn of speed. I'm almost certain the fastest Pokemon now in the game. Shinotake is 4 times weak to poison, I think. Yep, you are. So you're going to have a really bad day. I like the color scheme of Shinotake. I don't think I've ever used it as a Pokemon. I don't really know what you are. Like, I think you're just like bad Among Us. I think you're a Spore Pokemon. But like, not as defensive. Anyway, we win. Low pressure, can you get to 61, please? Then I don't feel compelled to bring you to battle anymore. I mean, you don't remember me. Nope. You'll save. You save my hide from the Shadow Warrior back at our base. Allow me to not return that favor. Alright. The guy on the left we need to destroy. We need to embarrass him. No one disrespects the bug catcher this way. Wait, one of you's got 3 Pokemon, the other one's got 1. And it's the guy that disrespects me that has the 1, I think. I'm pretty sure if I kill Slurpuff, I get a 2-on-1 for the entire battle. I obviously predicted the poison there. Oh, it didn't matter, he's dead. Oh, I say he's dead. Hang on a minute. No, he's super dead. He'll die to poison at the very least. Alright, what was that about, you know, not returning the favor? Choose your words carefully. That did an alarming amount of damage considering I resist it. Whatever. I'll just hit it. Again, I could intentionally stall the game out of the cost of my ally's health, but he's gonna heal me back up anyway, so who cares? And honestly, now at this point is what I want to do. I'm just bullying them. We might even end this battle at full health. Hatterene. Okay. You're Psychic Fairy, I believe. I honestly have a choice of moves to kill you with. There we go. Okay, low pressure's max level now, so I don't feel compelled to keep it in the top 3. Toucan save your seeds. We don't need them, buddy. I have this covered. I still think I have this covered. I do. The crit may have mattered there. It was pretty close to whether or not I killed, I think. If it had... I don't know if this Pokemon... Actually, does it get snow warning? I don't think it does it? Either way, it's not snow in this game, so it's fine. Again, if you just want to like ask the question, it basically has mechanics up to basically Gen 8. And I think the pools are close to Gen 7 rather than Gen 8. There are some Gen 8 moves in the pool, though. Okay, this is the point of, like, no return. Fuck, I triggered a battle I didn't mean to trigger. I actually forgot this one existed, to be completely level with you. Yeah, we have to kill. Is it called Reshiram and Zekrom? Okay, I can just pick the Pokemon I want. Cool, thanks. Okay, well, we don't have a ground bug Pokemon yet, which is pretty maddening. We probably shouldn't bring the water bug. Well, I say this. So, the Dragon Electric and Dragon Fire, right? Boy, would I have enjoyed to bring Rabombe. I'm actually in a bit of trouble here, because I can't really bring a Escavalier, as he will get exploded by the fire Pokemon. I doubt Heracross is quicker than these guys. I think I have to bring Hot Spring in the lead. I think I have to bring Atoll if I've got any chance. And I hate to say this, we're gonna die, basically. I think I have to bring Low Pressure. I don't think anyone else can possibly live. Riptide will get destroyed by an electric move. Everglade will get destroyed by a fire move. And Olympus Mons could do something, but the problem with it doing something is it requires it to be quicker. And I'm 99% certain. Let me just quickly check this before I look in. I'm pretty certain Reshiram. Is it called Reshiram? How do you spell this Pokemon's name? It is Reshiram. Yeah, its speed is actually speed's 90. It's not that high. It's probably max speed though. How fast is Zekrom? Also 90. All right, let's for science this. I've got a sinking feeling. Let's put it that way. That. Oh wait, can I cancel the battle? Nope. It gave me the illusion of choice. I've got a pretty bad feeling. Let's put it that way. That. Even though it's a max speed Heracross, I suspect they are also max speed. In which case, they will outspeed me. By the way, Toucannon is not going to enjoy going into the electric Pokemon. I forgot what your abilities do as well, to be completely honest. It's just boosting your stats. Is that what Terravolt does? Ignores abilities is Terravolt. What is Reshiram, sorry? Ignores abilities. Okay. Oh, that's actually really bad, because it'll ignore Centiskorch's ability. And I was kind of relying on Centiskorch's ability doing something. That's an Omniboost. It's also an Omniboost. I'm in great danger. Fuck it. We ball. I'm gonna... Wait. Oh, you're fight... Oh, I want to attack you. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's get an incredibly high attack. And I'm just gonna pray that Reshiram throws. If Reshiram and Zekrom attack the Toucannon slot, I can win. But I think they're gonna attack one slot each and just one-shot us. And by the way as well, I'm pretty certain the speed thing doesn't matter anymore because the Omniboost. With an Omniboost, even if it's not max speed, it'll outspeed me. Using Dragon Claw, which is actually pretty good for me. Never mind, it's not good. I thought the Toucannon would live. Help. I'm going to assume I don't live this. Holy moly, it gave me a minor chance. How much does this do? Okay, that's bad. Astonishingly bad. Good intel though, it has Air Balloon. So I couldn't hit it with a ground move, but I can. This is like my strongest Pokemon, and it's done nothing to it. Wait, why did I not do this? Alright, we'll try again, but I think I'm dying. I definitely should have Rock Blasted the other one, though, for super effective damage. It's interesting to know, though, if it keeps doing that consistently, then maybe we can do something from this. And that's going to do some good damage. Not to him, though. If you'd hit Zekrom, it would have done great damage. Okay, they both have Air Balloon. Good to know. Alright, Mama Swan, you're not going to like this, buddy. But I need to stall the game out a little bit. Alright, they didn't throw. If they both attacked my slot, there was like some minor chance we could get through this. I really needed the Mammoth Swine to kill the Zekrom though, while it had the chance to. Vaporeon, do you have any ideas, buddy? I do like no damage. Goodbye, Vaporeon. Okay, hit me. Never mind. I think I'm dead, but it's probably optimal that that happened. Do you live through this, Vaporeon? You do. And Ice Beam's good as well. Okay, my rival's actually got some good moves. And he targets the right Pokemon. Holy shit, freeze. Okay, they do no damage, sadly. That's very unfortunate. I've just realized why this Pokemon is very not good for this battle. They both resist fire-type moves. Goodbye. That's ancient power. Good to know. Alright, we'll put a death on the counter. Astonishingly, though, it's the first one today. Unless Vaporeon wins, in which case I can take it off. Alright, Vaporeon doesn't win. Please take me back to that Porygon, by the way. You actual monsters. The sad thing is I knew it as well. I've had this happen before. Alright. Let me just run back up. Because I distinctly remember as well saying the previous time, like, why couldn't you not put the Chansey at the top? Okay, so what's the plan here? Because there's obviously a big problem here. I say that. Maybe Rabombi can outspeed it. You know what? I've got a plan. The first part of the plan is this. We're going to save here. I'm going to create a save state. If I die again, I'll just reload the save state. The second part of the plan is I might be able to do the Illumise play. What if I lead with Illumise, give it the berry that resists fire damage, Tail Glow into Prankster into swapping into Rabombi, and then just hope they use a Dragon move when I switch into Rabombi, because then it obviously will take the hit. It'll be faster than any Pokemon, and I probably can one-shot both of them. That's my theory. You're worthless at the very least, Sensei Scotch. No offense, like, it's not a slight on your character, but you're not going to do dragons. Where is Illumise? There is Illumise. So I guess we're going with this. Anything else jump off the table immediately and say, like, you should probably consider this? Actually, bizarrely, you would be not a terrible idea as well. Because I think they're both special attackers, even though you're 4 times weak to fire, which is, like, astonishingly bad. No, it's too bad. 4 times weak to fire, you'll actually just explode. And your defensive stats aren't very good. But, like, there is a world where, like, I should consider you. The only fairy... I mean, we've only got 1 fairy bug and 1 ice bug, and they're really the 2 Pokemon I need. I guess I could bring another Rabombi as well as my other option. Actually, what if I bring a rock Pokemon? What if I bring Shuckle? Actually, Shuckle would be very good, the special attackers. Also, I said there's only 1 ground bug. That's not true, there's 2. I forgot I had you. Interesting shout, but in practice, probably not that useful. And these guys don't learn the light screen. I don't know. I mean, I know what I want to do with my first ones, but I don't know what I want to do with my third one. I guess I just bring Heracross again and pray they misplay. Actually, you've got quite a high special stat. I hate that you're only level 46 though. Yeah, okay, that's too big a commitment. I actually need to leave the building and like level you up. I don't have enough rare candies. Well, I do, but I don't want to use 15 rare candies. Shout of interest, what is the book with the high special defense? Shuckle, funnily enough. Then Araquanid, then Orbeetle. If Araquanid learned Light Screen, I would actually just go with it. Fuck, maybe I do just go with this guy. You know what? Shuckle. I said time and time again, don't fuckle with the Shuckle. Let's test the theory. Your Rocky Helmet, though, is pointless, so I'll actually take Rocky Helmet off you. Actually, not true. Well, one of them used Dragon Claw, right? Hang on a sec. Let me just quickly check again. Are you both special attackers, or is one of you a physical attacker, which looks like a not special attacker? Resh. Please. There it is. So yeah, it looks like Reshiram is a special attacker. I say that. It could really be a mixed attacker. Zekrom. Oh, Zekrom is a physical attacker. And Bolt Strike is physical. Okay, hang on a minute. That actually changes some stuff. So I will leave the Rocky Helmet on you, I think. But I need to kill the fire one first then. Otherwise, like, it's turbo scary. Alright. Oops. So I'm bringing Chinook, Glenn, and Shuckle. For the sake of argument, I'm going to do that. Illumise. Rabombe. I guess another thing I could potentially try and do at like some point is set up Rain, just to make the fire one a bit less scary. But I'm slightly concerned the other one might know Thunder, and it will like always hit in the rain. And then good old Shuckle. And I should probably lead with the Shuckle. Sadly. I say sadly. Let's see what we can do. I'm not convinced this is going to be a solid suggestion. But if I can get Toxic off and maybe live through like a turn. Like, if you get Toxic on both of them, it's a timer, right? We just need to live long enough. In which case, then I should bring Pokemon with like Protect on it and just stall the game out. And I think for me personally, the fire one is the scarier one. Obviously for the Toucan and actually the rest of the Pokemon in their party, the electric one is probably a bit scarier. So we're going to try and Toxic Reshiram. Please don't kill Shuckle. We have Sturdy, remember, so we're going to hold on in one hit. Don't hit Shuckle. Good. I say good. Cliff is going to die next turn. It's like almost 7 stone at this point. Because one of them will attack him. If I somehow get the rest off, though, we could actually do some really cool things. Anyway, Reshiram now is on a timer for death. Mamoswine, don't do the ice move into the Reshiram. I've given you a positioning here. I've given you some space. Hit Zekrom. Alright, Shuckle's dead. Probably. Oh, he went to Mamoswine. That's actually huge for me, potentially. Alright, that's fine. Shuckle probably dies, but we did get a bit of extra damage from the Rocky Helmet. Mamoswine, don't hit Reshiram. Hit Zekrom. Please. You missed. 95 accurate, cool. Alright, that probably causes to lose, but there's at least some merit here. I've also fucked up. I forgot to give you the fire resist berry. That's my bad. I don't think Chinook takes this, but I'll try and do it. Oh, see how he takes this. Okay, that's basically concludes I can't do what I want to do. Alright, let's just out interested to see what Glenn can do. How much damage does Rabombe do? That's right, you're a fire type as well. Okay, how much do they do to you? I'm slower. Didn't expect that. Goodbye. Okay, put it under the death counter. Okay, we got Frostbite. I forgot Freeze is actually not in this game. Hang on a minute. Can Vaporeon do the unthinkable? Do you have Protect Vaporeon? It go kind of crazy here. I mean, you've not used it, so I'm going to say you don't. You do have an electrical resist berry. I don't think it's going to help you, sadly, Vaporeon. Alright. Let me reload the save. I just saved over my save. I'm so stupid. It's fine. I can fix that. There you go. I'll create a new save state since I just burnt my other one. Alright. Chinook can't live through an attack, so Chinook is not coming to the party. Other things I could do. I do have Vivillon, which you might be saying, like, are you stupid? Yeah, you have Vivillon, but who cares? Vivillon does have Friend Guard, so I could reduce the damage that's taken to Toucannon. Does that really move the needle for me, though? Can Toucannon actually do something since he don't have Rock Blast, which would be, like, pretty good here, honestly. Toucannon. Rock Blast. Good move. Also, ignoring ability means Frostmoth would actually be horrible to bring. We always have Dingle. Man, Rabombe not being fast is actually pretty brutal. And you have Tailwind. Does Vivillon not learn Tailwind? I need to check. If it learns it soon, then I can work with this. Vivillon. Do you learn Tailwind? You do not. Well, sorry. To be more accurate, I think you might learn it as a... Yeah, you learn it as a tutor move, but I can't give you the tutor move, sadly. Oh, so annoying. What about... And I didn't think I'd ever say this phrase. What about Butterfree? Where's my Butterfree? Yeah, you're level 45. Yeah, it's Tailwind. Fuck. Who else can learn Tailwind? I always forget. I think it's like literally Butterfree. I think at this point it's literally Butterfree and... What's his name that I just saw? Frostmoth. Oh, and Ledian can learn it as well. Cool. My favourite Pokemon. It is actually faster than the other two of them. So sad. Alright. I'll give it one more try, but we'll go with an almost no-think strat, which is basically the same as what I was just doing before. But I'm going to bring Hollow. And I will give you, because I'll remember this time, The fire resist berry. Don't know what it's called, but we'll find it. That one. I will also give you some levels. I will give you some levels. Rare candies. And... then I don't know. So I lead with Cliff again to do the toxic. I've got now some way to stall. And I guess I bring low pressure, even though it's like obviously not great here, but again I can stall with low pressure. So I think the new strat, which is again really bad, is this. And part of this battle is going to be me baiting Zekrom into doing an electric attack into my Wormadam, and it resisting one attack to stall out another turn of Toxic. And then the other dream, if I can make the dream happen, which is probably not going to happen, the other dream would be that I can get Shuckle to Toxic both of them. But I think that is like super unrealistic. Although actually, I say this, hang on a minute. Whoa, hold your horses. I can give it a... not Orange Berry. I can give it a Citrus Berry. By the way, I have 331 of these. It turns out I've got a new collection going. And maybe the combination of those two things let you live through 2 hits instead of just 1. Alright, let's go with this. It'd be phenomenal, by the way, if my partner didn't bring 2 Pokemon that are weak to electric and 1 Pokemon that's weak to fire into a battle versus a fire dragon and an electric dragon. Again, the guy was blocking me from entering because he said I was not good enough, or potentially not good enough. Some self-reflection, please. I'm also going to change my strat slightly here. I think I'm going to go for the electric dragon this time, and not the fire dragon, which is actually pretty annoying for me, but I think it's more annoying for my partner. So Shuckle is going to take half damage, I believe. Then he's going to eat the berry, go beyond half, and I think he'll live through another hit from Reshiram. That's from Zekrom, sorry. Please don't hit it, though. It'd also be cool if Toucan did one thing. I'm just going to throw it out there. It'd be really cool if Toucan actually had any sway in this battle whatsoever. Funnily enough, I could make it have some sway in the battle, but I don't know if it's even worth it. We could use Rage Powder on one of my Pokemon. Alright, now I need the next dream of not getting double teamed on Cliff. Cool. That's all I needed to see. I think... oh, maybe he won't actually. I was going to say, I think Cliff might live this, but actually, now that I look at this, I think Cliff won't live this. I think we're in trouble. You live this, Shuckle, buddy? Fuck! I'm not quite healthy enough. Alright, we're in trouble. I do approve of this targeting, though. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw aggro on low pressure. Because this is such a juicy target for an electric type move. So is Vaporeon, to be fair. But we can detect. See? Got the aggro. They didn't double it, sadly, which is what I was really hoping for. But again, it's another turn of poison. Now, This is where the genius comes in. We're going to swap into Hollow because I think it's going to take an electric attack again, because why would it attack Mamoswine? It's a ground type. And Hollow will eat one of the attacks. The berry should cause it to live through a Reshiram double up as well. I think Reshiram will actually go into Mamoswine though. It is. But it will live because it has Sturdy. And then again, we're going to... Did you just hit me with an earthquake? You fucking asshole! What are you doing? I guess I was a flying type at the time. God, we're just not working together. That being said, we've killed Zekrom, which is pretty big. I think at this point... Fuck. I can't bulldoze it. If I had Toxic here, it would actually go crazy, but it's going to hit Mamoswine. I think I have to Bug Buzz and just take the damage. Okay, it attacked me, which is actually a really interesting strategy from my opponent. Not what I would have done. Do I live one of these? I'm going to actually assume I don't. I actually think with the Earthquake I might have lived, but because of the Earthquake I didn't. Either way, we had space to do the double up because Mamoswine got its attack through. And now this is where the game gets a bit low pressure. We've not done this for some time, but we can try and do Detect into Hypnosis strats. No offense, Mamoswine, but I need this Pokemon to live, so hopefully it attacks into the Protect. Holy shit, it attacked into the Protect, or the Detect this time. That's fine, you can Earthquake the Flying type Pokemon. Oh, okay, this is why you're doing this. Okay, hang on a minute, this actually could work. I think I'm faster now. So I'm going to go for Hypnosis. I'm not faster, but it's fine. I've created space for the Mamoswine to fly. I'm out of Pokemon, but I think the Mamoswine might be able to clutch this up. Wait, do you have one more Pokemon? I can't remember. Crit. I'm counting as a win. Mainly because I can't redo this again. And we played as a team. Oh, by the way, my guy gets hit by Alakazam's Psychic again and, like, thrown into a wall. Oh, I have to fight with his Pokemon, right? Fuck's sake, I wanted to leave the episode here, but I need to check this quickly. I can't remember exactly how this battle goes. Try again. Oh no, I think I remember this battle. I think I have to use 3 of mine and 3 of theirs. I think that's what he said to me. Because I think when I did the Ghost... When I used the Ghost-only playthrough, I did it with only my Ghost Pokemon. I didn't actually use my allies' Pokemon, so it was like a true pure Ghost playthrough. I'm not doing this time. I'm going to use their Pokemon because I actually think it would be impossible. I'm pretty certain it's a 6-on-6 battle, so I don't think I could do it with 3-on-6 with my bugs into perfectly Ivy-trained Pokemon. It's like... I'm not going to say it's impossible. There's probably a way around it, but it would be like so unbelievably like... painful, it just isn't worth doing it. Anyway, let me get some Pokemon. Just like see what we can do here. I'm probably going to bring Chinook out. I might actually bring Cliff, to be fair. And you know what? We could have some fun here. It's actually going to be a really fun battle to come back to. Even though I might have to run through the place again. It could be really cool to bring Vivillon. I'm actually going to try and bring Vivillon. Just because I very rarely use it. And just try and set up my ally for success. Hollow, great work, by the way. I'm actually kind of shocked you did what you did. So I'm going to bring these two, and I should probably bring at least one thing that's, like, remotely offensive. I say this. Do I just bring Glade? Or Everglade, sorry, because you're actually quite defensive. I'll try Rabombe. What if they bring a dragon? That's my theory. Okay. You need your hat back. I'm sorry, by the way, Shuckle, I had to take your hat off. He's worried like the entire campaign until this point. Hedge Maze, I actually have no idea what I need to give you. I need to give you something that lets you live through damage. I'd love to give you Focus Sash, but I don't have Focus Sash. Your bug flying, you... I just don't know. Okay, let me just quickly check. What are you actually doing? The part of the point of view is you have friend guard, so you make my ally better. Do you have rage powder? Is this something the villain has access to? No. Cool Pokemon. You're a really weird Pokemon. You actually have access to screens. Okay, hang on a minute. That's something. Okay. Where are my screens? Can you use reflect as well? You can't. You can only use light screen. You're a swine. You've got some of the worst supporting moves I've ever seen. It's not quite true. You have sleep powder. Which is like bad spore, I guess. Oops. You have Hurricane. Hurricane protects sleep powder bug buzz. I could really do with turning the rain on. Which actually you can do, but it's like... It's a bit troll for you to set the rain yourself, but let's just do it. Why not? Let's just do it. You can set up your own rain. Which I think means I need to get rid of Protect, which is actually really not a good play for me. I guess get rid of Bug Buzz then. Though this guy I think uses Psychic type, so I don't really want to get rid of Bug Buzz. Fuck's sake. Screw it. We'll just go with what he's got. It's fine. I'll just hit the Hurricanes at 75 accurate. Who cares? Doesn't solve the problem though. I need to like figure out what I want to put on this guy. Put Quick Claw on him. What if I just give him a Plume Fossil for like emotional support? I think you're too fragile for leftovers. Like you're pretty fragile, I believe. Yeah, your defense and special defense are 50. You're not living through anything. Okay, I'll give you Fake Focus Sash, which is not a good item. It's a 10% chance it does something. This episode's been very anime already, but I'll give you a Focus Band. It's like Timu Focus Sash. It's only 10% chance of working, but it can work multiple times, I believe, is the deal with this item. Or maybe it can't work many times, but it can work at any health. Something along those lines. Anyway, okay, so it's the last attempt we're going to do today. We'll call the episode after this, but let's get some intel. We're bringing Vivillon. We're going to bring Shuckle. I think it's already on there. And we're going to bring Rabombe. Alright. And I don't have their pictures, so you're not going to get to see... I think it was Vaporeon, Mamoswine, and Toucannon, right? I'm going to lead with Vivillon. I'll bring you in the back, and I'll bring you in the further back. Oh, it's a one-on-one battle. I fucked up. I thought it was another double battle. Vivillon does nothing here. Alright, that's cool. Alright, Vivillon, your purpose in life, I think, now is just to purely sleep powder. Actually, you know what you'll do? I'll protect. I'm going to predict that you're going to use... what's it called? The thing where he swaps out and tanks my stats? I forgot what it's called. Not that one. That's actually a really good intel, though. He uses Flare Blitz here. Fuck, it's gonna break my brain. What's it called? Parting Shot. And in case you don't know as well, Protect stops Parting Shot and U-Turn and stuff actually working. They wouldn't get the swap with it. Okay, so they're gonna probably Fire Move me. What have you got on you, Vaporeon? Leftovers? You have Water Absorb, which is actually good intel. Hydro Pump? Cool. Fucking cool water move. Alright. Who designed this Toucannon? My protagonist rival is not very intelligent. Why do you only have one multi-hit move on your Toucannon with Skill Link? And also, just want to throw this out here. Where's your King's Rock God? Why have you got Sharp Beak suddenly? You've ruined your Pokemon. It was better before. Why does this thing not have Bullet Seed, Rock Blast? Drill Peck, I think, is its best flying type move. And it's normally another, like Roost or something. What is this moveset? God damn you. God damn you, Toucannon. Also, why are you level 61? I'm level 61, but why are you also 61? And then the Mamoswine is Focus Sash, right? Nope, it's got an Occa Berry now. I've probably taken all the good items off these guys, then given them to me. Cool. You do have Thick Fat, which means you won't take super effective damage from this. You have Double Hit Amnesia, Earthquake, Ice Fang. Cool. Very cool. Alright. Alright. Without the crit, that doesn't do half to me. Hydro Aqua Acid. I can't remember exactly what Acid Armor does. Is it special defense? No, it's not, is it? It's actual proper defense. It sounds like you melt your body and improves your defense or something stupid like that. Raises the use of defense by 2 stages. I mean, I don't know what they're going up into right now, so it might be a stupid idea to do that. I'm just going to pop Aqua Ring and pray. I was going to say, they're going to swap here, so I've kind of got a free swing at it. Toxapex. Toxapex is normally something that sets up like 800 entry hazards. It has Baleful Bunker, probably. It probably has Merciless as well, right? I will also say, I think it's normally a physical attacker, so actually, I might be able to do something here. I might be able to get to +6 defense. Oh, why did I not think I had Toxic? I was so stupid. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... Now I'm on a timer, which means my defense doesn't really matter. Fuck. I think it's going to have Merciless, so I think it's going to try and hit me with a poison move now. So I'll go into Mamoswine. You have Stealth Rocks, by the way. I wasn't paying attention when I went through your things. Oh, you have Haze. Okay. Well, that's fine. That basically wasted their turn and gave me a free swap. Nope, you don't have Haze, but it means also Amnesia is pointless. I'm going to assume you're going to go into a Flying type Pokemon right now, but... Nope, they stayed in. Alright, so he's going to go around Toxicking my Pokemon. We can play around this a bit, though. And you have Black Sludge. Okay. I'm going to assume this is Baleful Bunker incoming. No, a swap. Oh, that's Landorus. That's Landorus, cool. Okay. That's a Flying Ground type. That's going to be really bad. How do I deal with Landorus, people? I guess the answer to this is Cliff. I hate that this is the answer, I think. I mean, it's not necessarily the answer. I probably could sack someone, but... That's fortunate timing. I just need to put Toxic on it, I think. He might swap here. Okay, he stayed in. Don't flinch me. Okay, that's fine. We'll let Shuckle Down go away. It's gonna do Rock Slide again. That's like almost certain. Which actually is horrible because Mammoth Swine, I think, takes super effective damage. You take super effective damage. You take super effective damage. You take super effective damage. It has to be Vaporeon. It's the only swap I've got right now. But this is still taking neutral damage, I think. Man, if I didn't get the Vaporeon Toxic, we'd actually be in a really good spot right now. Well, I say really good. We'd be in a moderately good spot. Oh, they PP up there. Hydro Pump. Cool. Alright, let's Raw Dog a Hydro Pump. See you later. This is gonna have... Oh, no, it's not. I was gonna say it's gonna have Dry Skin. I keep thinking you're not Toxapex. I keep thinking you are Toxicroak, which I think has Dry Skin. I can't actually remember if that has Dry Skin. Anyway, the swap is now very, very uncomfortable because I think... I'm pretty certain that Pokemon gets Merciless. So I think it's going to hit me with a Poison move, so it's going to crit me. But I need to be into Mammoth Swine right now. Oh, okay. It's actually just stalling. Alright, maybe it's... I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's up to. Actually, just for my own mind, does this thing learn Merciless? Or am I just, like, talking about my ass? Toxapex. Merciless Limber Regenerator. Oh, I bet you has a Regenerator. Okay. Ugh. Oh, God. Okay, we probably want to set up Stealth Rocks then. If we can. I think they go kind of crazy here, because I think they're going to do a lot of swapping around. Okay, he's just going to stall me out. A crit would go crazy. 1 in 16 chance, because it would just kill it, I think. Swide. Okay, we've lost this battle. I need to actually like fish for a crit. I don't think I can kill this thing otherwise. I just don't have the right Pokemon for it. And all it's going to do is spam this until I die to poison. Yeah, there's just no out, because Cliff can't stall it because I can't Toxic or Poison type Pokemon. I guess I can bring Toucan in, but it's got a fucking awful moveset. Hedge Maze probably can't deal with this either. I just don't have the right Pokemon, and the one Pokemon I would like to set up is Glenn, but I can't because it takes super effective damage from Poison. It's just like an ultimate wall for the Pokemon I've brought. And then it has Haze as well, right? So I can't lure its defense. This thing's actually a fucking menace. And it has leftovers as well. I need to knock off leftovers, I think is one of the things. Actually, I don't know what to do here. I'm going to assume you're going to do a recover right now. Oh, you have Scald as well. That's actually good intel. I need my opponent to, like, throw. I need them to not use Haze. Okay, they are somewhat throwing. I've basically halved their defense now. And by basically, I mean I have halved it. How much does this do now? More than it can recover, but here's the Haze. But again, it didn't importantly do the recover this turn. And it now dies to a Drill Peck. Okay. And you swap. Which means it has Regenerator, so it's going to come back in and heal again. Mandibuzz is another Pokemon, so this is Dark, right? Isn't it super effective damage? Nope. And it has Rocky Helmet, so we're dead. What typing is Mandibuzz? I thought it was Dark Flying. Wait, maybe I didn't think it was Dark Flying. Maybe it's just normal flying. I can't remember. Anyway. Sadness. It is Dark Flying. Mandibuzz, what is your ability? Mandibuzz. Oh, I'm stupid. It's flying into flying. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's not even super effective. I'm stupid. I'm, like, so confused. Flying into flying is neutral, but flying into dark is also neutral. I'm stupid. In my head, I used a bug move, I think, which still is neutral. Whatever. It's fine. I'm just a bit dumb. I'm going to assume this thing has some ability to two-shot me from here, so I'm going to rest into sleep talk. It has toxic as well, which I can cancel with rest. Hang on a minute, we're back in the game. Shuckle is the ultimate counter to Mandibuzz toxicking me. Yep, goodbye toxic. Uh-oh. I'll just rest through it. And now I can go to sleep and do some sleep talking. You have attract? What? Say it ain't so. Say I don't have to breed another Shuckle that is female, purely because of the Mandibuzz. Alright, it was a 2 and 3 of a good result there. I found the 1/3 play. But I seem to wall this thing. The odds are we wake up here, I'm going to do toxic. I do appear to be a massive wall. Shuckle, you're a bug. Do not be in love with birds. That's not accepted in these parts. We are a far-right bug trainer. No loving birds. Alright, I got toxic again, so I probably need to rest again. I probably should just do it immediately, honestly. On the off chance I get stuck into attract. I think attract is 50% right. Chance to fail. Well, I probably have a 100% chance because I've only done one move so far. At the very least, Mandibuzz is going to die on me before I die to it, I think. There we go. That's actually a really good intel, though. If the Mandibuzz gets in front of the cliff, it can't do anything. It's kind of a shame I'm asleep, but not everything is perfect in life. I don't know how to feel about this. Gotta be completely honest with you. I think I would like to keep Cliff for a future adventure. I think we sack Hedge Maze, but Hedge Maze might do something here. It's not completely out of the question. Oh god, I didn't consider it was a Mega Evolution. Alright, well, that's gonna be a problem. I think Mega, because I was like, again, one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, so... LOL, you've got a bad ability. I outplayed my opponent. I was resisting. I lived. Do you want to see what other moves you've got? Energy Ball. I need to quickly check. Mega Alakazam, how fast are you? 150 base speed. I'm pretty certain nothing I have can outspeed it. I was just wondering if I could swap into Glenn at this moment, but I think it'd be like turbo bad if I did that. I think we just let Hedge Maze go down. Oh, okay. I'm very happy I made my decision then. The focus button! The anime episode, it continues. How much does this do? Honestly, I'll take it. Every day of the week, I will take that. Man, if only I did Sleep Powder and actually proc the Sleep Powder, that would have been insane. I'm still really happy with the damage, though. Oh, I actually should have probably not done that. You might have had to recover. Okay. We're not going to get the Satch again, I think. Okay, we did get it again. But still, this makes Glenn more appealing, because I don't know if Alakazam can one-shot Rabombe. I wish I knew my numbers, because I think I can't get away with the Quiver Dance. I don't think Quiver Dance will make me faster than Alakazam. I'm actually not sure I lived this, to be fair. Fuck you, Chungus Rabombe. Why are you so fragile? Okay, we definitely lose now. If Rabombe could have lived through one hit, we actually had a chance, I think. I think we had a chance. I've killed one Pokemon, I think. But this is going to do a lot of damage to me. I guess we want... not Guard Split, a Power Split. Again, we rolled a bad 1 in 3. As much as we got lucky with the 10% chance there, I have been a touch unfortunate with some of the other occurrences with Shuckle. I need you to wake up. Okay, we're, strictly speaking, still in the game. Until Psychic lowers my special defense, in which case I'm not in the game anymore. And I very, 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 very much need to hit Power Split now. Power Split. Yes! Okay. I'm not saying we're going to win now, but it's giving me more of a chance of winning. Because I basically half the damage of Psychic. Possibly even more than that. Yeah, okay. They swapped out. They've, like, fed up with this Shuckle shenanigans. Excuse me, you're not allowed to use Pheromosa. That's my bug in the future. My bug queen. Who's that VTuber that's an insect? Is it Matara? Man, if I did a playthrough of, like, all VTubers, firstly I would actually have to have, like, some sort of document telling me what to name what, but it'd be a good namesake. Anyway, Pheromosa, I think, classically is unbelievably quick, unbelievably, like, offensive, but is maybe more fragile than Rabombe, so... that being said, we are Cliff and we're asleep, so... How much does this do to me? Oh, we need Power Split again. 1 in 3. Power Split. Come on, Shuckle. I'm going to assume we don't wake up again. Alright, Toxic. 1 in 3 Toxic. Okay, we Power Split again, which I think does nothing. I believe in Awake. Alright, goodbye, Pheromosa. Shuckle is slowly chipping them down. Alright, Incineroar's back. Intimidate is actually good for me, because I'm going to steal more of your attack now when I Power Split you at some point with a Sleep Talk. Oh, my cheeks clapped. You took more damage than I took, though, so I'll take that. And again, you're going to take a shit ton of recoil damage here. Okay, I got crit. That's pretty bad. I need to wake up next turn, I think. I'd like Power Split again, please. That's not the worst, though. As long as I wake up next turn, that's acceptable. And don't get crit. Wake up, Shuckle. Incineroar's dead. Long live the Shuckle. It's gonna sweep them. Why did I bring any other Pokemon? Why did I take that 3 Pokemon? I just needed 1. I just needed Shuckle. Toxapex is back. That's a problem. I can't kill Toxapex. I literally have no means to do damage. Okay, well, the joyride is over. I need to get into the Vaporeon somehow. Aww. Man. I'm gonna believe they recover. But it doesn't really help me. I need... That's actually huge. I didn't even consider that. I need Ice Beam Frostbite. And then I can win. Well, there's a small chance of winning. I need this to Frostbite. Because then I have a way to Shuckle to kill this thing. Okay, we missed it, but he hazed because I don't know what it's doing. Why did you haze? Unless it just has nothing better. It has nothing to do. I wall it. Toxapex can't kill me. Equally, it walls me unless I frostbite it, though, so... You know. And I say it walls me. He's gonna win because I'm toxic. Come on. Vaporeon. A frostbite. His son, please. Frostbite. I think you're dead next turn. Do you live through the toxic? If you do, it's your last turn on this earth. Alright, it's this or nothing. I guess it's a Aqua Ring, but I think it may only give me one more turn. That's actually brutal. That's really smart from the AI. It actually removes the lose condition. I can't win anymore. I'll get a kill, but I'll die for it, and there's a Pokemon left I can't kill. Alright, we lose. If only I didn't bring Vivillon. Although I say that, he actually did do some damage, otherwise I wouldn't have killed Alakazam. It's so sad. Actually, if only I didn't bring Rabombe is really the answer, because Rabombe just died. Landorus is still here. Let's have some fun with Shuckle and Landorus. Can we do anything to this? Alright, see you later. This is going to be your boy Toxapex. Yeah, okay. It feels like a bit of an anticlimax to end on this spot. Okay, when we wake up, we will not use rest again. I'll let myself perish. I actually should just use Toxic here. I shouldn't even use Sleep Talk, because now I've made my life more painful. I'll die slower this way. So sad. Alright, well, it's still a good episode. We knocked out a few bosses. I mean, we beat 2 legendaries, right? Beat 2 bosses. And only fell over, really, like in the last couple of minutes. Where do you take me, by the way? It's actually fine. I'll accept that, because I think I'm going to have to go around and do some grinding. Just out of interest. Before I end, I just want to see what else they had. I think they had one more Pokemon, right? You, I think, count as a Light of Ruin boss, maybe? Oh no, I saw everything. Their Pokemon are Incineroar, Landorus, Therian, Pheromosa, Mega Alakazam, Mandibuzz, and Toxapex. And yeah, the Mandibuzz only has Foul Play as a damaging move, so like it got walled by my fucking Shuckle. Toxapex only learns Scald. It has Regenerator as well, which we knew. And it has 2 Intimidators. Okay. And yeah, the Pokemon they give me are just not very good. Like, compared to some of the Mamoswines and stuff we've seen, like this episode, give me one of them instead. Anyway, that'll do for this episode, YouTube. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like and subscribe? Everyone helps me out, and let's see you again next time. Bye!